Oh, look who's back, everyone. Look, do you see? Do you see my twin?
Hi.
Hi. So tell us, how was the haul? Did you bring back half the mountain in gold? Did you have
Oh,
to plunder and raid villages?
I. Now that you mention it, that's probably what I should have done. Is just pillaged the neighboring people. That would have been a lot easier. I did my best, but I am I'm like a lizard. I do really well in like 60 degree to 70 degree temperatures, and this was like 94 degrees, which doesn't sound that hot. But at one point I got up to like carry a bucket of dirt, and like the world was spinning and I was like, "Oh, this sucks." So unfortunately, the heat
Mm.
is what was that was like the biggest adversary.
Were you kind of like elevated in, or like was it kind of like dry heat, or were you getting some
Oh,
moisture?
no, no, no. Dry heat, and I was like unelevated because it's you're actually like everywhere around you, you're up above, and it's like the gold hills of California where the 49ers went, like Mukdalumi River, and kind of like east of Sacramento. And so you have to drop down into this valley. Like, it's a crazy gravel road. They like the morning, like Sunday morning when you go in, they make you all caravan in and they close the gate behind you, and then you get to the bottom of the valley. So it's actually just like a cooker. Like, it just cooks you down there. And the place where you can get the dirt is like this kind of cliff face. So then that heats up during the day. So the difference between having shade and not having shade is like you're either going to stay there 15 minutes or maybe like an hour because it's just way too hot. Like nobody works in the middle of the day, and like I wasn't working with any water. If I would have been working with water, like that cools you off. Like the last part where you use the sluice, then you have the water. So that was the best. That was the best day. But then your hand gets tired of putting all the dirt in it. So you have to like find a good spot to dig. Usually like under giant rocks that haven't moved in 100 million years, and then hopefully that's where a river was 100 million years ago, and then hopefully a nugget got washed under that rock 100 million years ago, and then nobody's touched it until you get there, and then hopefully it doesn't fall on your arm after you get it like hollowed out. um, but you take the dirt, and it's like just gravel, and then you have to put it in a classifier, which is like a giant funnel, and then you have to shake that, like, and get all the good dirt to come through, and then you get a pile of dirt, and then at the end you run that through a sluice, and then hopefully you're left with something. And I this is the first time I got my own gold. So when I was panning it all out at the end, and you're like, you get to that last little bit of black sand in the pan, and you're like, swirling it to the side, and all of a sudden this like shot of gold is staring back at you. I would like audible gasp, guys. I was like, oh, it was pretty cool.
I could imagine you like one of them old, gold miners, like striking gold and doing a dance.
Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, but I shared the picture with you of what the
Mm,
people next to me got. I'm like, "Holy crap."
uh,
Like
yeah, those were literal nuggets that they got. Like you could throw those things and hurt someone.
yeah, yeah, they probably got like 20 grand in 2 rocks. Like those were the
Jesus.
yeah, yeah, and I was like, "Oh my gosh. Maybe I don't have to come back." Like I should just book another week cuz I could
Yeah.
see where they got them. They got them under this nice big rock. They also had a metal detector that
Mm.
you can just hunt for it. Like if it'll be screaming at you. It'll be like wee wee. But then they also use like heavy machinery to scrape away the hillside. So if the bulldozer like claw scratches on these rocks and little filings come off of it, that also makes the metal detector go nuts. So I was with these guys like one day, and they're all getting serious and like and then they look, and they're like, it's a filing. But yeah, good
Gee,
times.
geez, maybe we should like have like a DCL caravan, and like just go mining for gold to fund for our DCL adventures.
I mean, if you don't mind hard work, it is addictive, but it is there's no there like yeah, the boss said there's no easy gold, Although this time it was like those guys, they made it look really easy, but they also like they've been the guy's name is Kevin, and he comes every year, and like it's a bunch of people that come the same time every year. So like I've also seen him be like, nope, I didn't get anything. But yeah, it's pretty funny. It's the last night that everybody's there. There's like a barbecue, and then that's when everybody shows what they got all week. They don't tell you. Like he got one of those nuggets on Wednesday, and I asked him like, "How you doing? Like you finding anything?" He's like, we're doing okay." Because like you never tell anybody that you're finding gold. And then at the end, they're like, boom, this giant rock. And I'm like, oh, frick. If I would have known that on Wednesday, I wouldn't have been such a baby about the heat. I would have got up at 4 o'clock in the morning and, you know, done that. That's what I should have done. But yeah, oh well.
You can't leave any stones unturned, Canessa. And we gotta get you a metal detector, I guess, and a bulldozer.
I know, I know. I'm really thinking about that. Like, oh, if I go back, I need to have one of these because that's definitely that. That little rock could have been in there, and they never would have seen it. But with the metal detector, they can find it, and then you could just take that and like go through camp and find where people have lost their gold after they find it, and like that's another way to do it. And There was a guy there that was he's 98 years old, and he was one of the original miners, and he found, like, back in the 60s, he found a vein in the river dredging that had 25 pounds of gold nuggets that he got out of it. So there's like there's some crazy gold stories there. And then there's also a
Oh,
cliff that, like, rock climbers come, and they don't go down for the gold. They just go up the cliff because nobody's been up there. So they just, like, empty out each crack in the cliff and then go through that, and there's gold in it.
oh my God, so much gold in the world, and I'm not getting it. What's going on? Uh, and let's see. Let's look around in the world. I see that a few of our friends have popped in since the beginning of our conversation. I see Demi over there, Fancy 85 here in the world. I see Canessa. And then on the space, good morning, Vape. Awesome show last night. You and Lunar Freak killed it. We got Toxic Waifu. We have Rustan, Dr. Drip, Meta Beast, and a Fancy again, and hello, Vortex. Hmm. So so in the time that you've been gone, Canessa, I almost feel like in the AI world, so much has happened. Uh, have you had any time to like catch up?
I literally got home like 10 hours ago. So, no. I what could I possibly missed
No,
while I was
you
gone?
haven't. Nah, I mean, I guess it's big. I guess it's not big. I don't know. I don't know. I guess it all depends. You know, we got Fable back, so people can use Fable again, and then I guess the purchase of Cursor from XAI has finally like you know what you call it is finally coming to fruition really like X or what is it, it's the Grok 4.5 build mode is now available on Cursor, so now Grok can start building stuff, I guess.
Okay, so yeah, what does that mean? That means, like, that you can use Grok to build stuff that then Cursor could put into like a
So
build?
like you know how like in Cursor there's like the different models that you can choose from,
Yeah.
like Opus 4.5. Now Grok 4.5 is an option now.
Wow, that's cool. Have you used it,
Yep.
or do you have
I
any
I have
credits left?
okay, so I have read up on credits. I've been hesitant before I like just drop everything. Because like you know, there are other projects I'd like to get into and not burn all my credits on the website, maybe. Ah, God, I need to be rich and get all the credits, but anyway. Um I haven't had a chance to use it. I've seen videos of Ash using it, and he did say how amazing it was and how easy. But then I've heard other comments like, yeah, it's not so smart. And like then myself, like my personal outtake on Grok is like it's not as smart as any of the other AIs. So like it doesn't specialize in something specifically, or isn't good better at something than other AIs. It's just like good enough.
That's true. I wonder if there'd be benefit if a person has done, like, most of their work in Grok, then it would just be like, it's like the one that's familiar with them. It's got all their info saved. I don't know. I'm trying to think of, like, how that would be better.
Yeah, but yeah, it looks like Ash is enjoying himself. Ash from Hyperfy, he's enjoying Grok 4.5. But yeah, I'm definitely curious to like maybe even try to build something on the Decentraland with it instead of the composer.
That is cool. I mean, yeah, I'm like, why does your website take so many credits just because like I've been coding and coding and coding. I was working on the trip coding. Like actually they like picked on me because I had no Wi-Fi there and I wasn't coding, but I was doing Blender like in the lodge, the only place with electricity. And they're like, "You're not supposed to be doing this. You're supposed to be on vacation." I was like, I know." Yeah. So, but but yeah. So like it you. So I haven't burned through any credits, and I don't know if I'm just using a better or like a lower model, like a slower
Yeah.
model. If you've got the
I'm
like the Lambo
Yeah,
version.
I could just be it could just be that I'm blasting through my credits with the or we can call it my gas with the Lambo because like yeah, whenever I like opened up the Composer 2.5, the free version for Cursor, I mean I think I almost built out the entire concept of my little game, and I only use 7% of my usage for my subscription. Mhm. So definitely, it's Opus or Claude that uses way more credits because it's so much smarter.
Well, and I wonder like how much you need that. Like, do you? It'd be basically like taking a trip from point A to point B, 100 miles. Like, you could take a horse and buggy, or you could take public transit, or you could take a Lambo. Like, one way or another, you're getting there. So, like, maybe what you're doing is just like automatically choosing the Lambo every time. And then I'm over here like, you know what, an affordable four-door sedan with good gas mileage would get me there. And, maybe that's also why, like, I don't know, you and I should try to code next to each other. Cause like old guy noticed my cursor was like deadly slow compared to his. What was he using? He was using Gemini, I think. But he was
Okay,
like,
yeah.
"Oh my god, this is slow." So maybe that's part of it too. I don't know if anybody knows the answer.
Hmm. Yeah, I believe old guy had an event this week that I guess the build had broke last moment. He was using cursor for it and was kind of like saying like, I don't think cursor is it for me. I think he was more pointing towards Gemini being like a better model for what he is trying to build. So there's definitely things to explore.
Well, I think it was like the best thing that I've done is just sit there and tried to code next to somebody, and it was old guy, and just like we'd go tackle the same problem, and we'd see how each system handled it, and his definitely was faster. But then at the end, he's like, "Now I only have 65 errors to correct," and I'm like, "What?" Like I've only had one error ever that I had to correct, but it was like a it was like a fatal error that then it erased 3 days of work. And then Cursor was like, in the future, do not make any edits to the execution file. It was like I somehow was screwing around with like the main file, and it had to go. It actually went back into Decentraland, pulled my old file that I had like deployed 3 days earlier, and that is the only way it saved the scene. It was like not just fucked; it was like fuckity fuck, like bad. Like, so I was impressed, but also sad that I had 3 days of work. Right? Yeah, that was bad.
So that was about the same. Like, old guys like, now I have 66 minor errors to fix, and then you're like, I have one big error to fix. So I wonder, like, when it comes down to like the race, who did it faster? Who could you clear 66 errors or 60
Yeah.
errors quicker than one?
Yeah, I don't know. I really think that like I mean, I think we were kind of on par. Like mine did it slower, but just must have been sitting there correcting the errors as I went. We should have gosh, we should have like what could we call it? Like creator wars or something. And then like you get three people together and then they don't know the prompt and we give them the prompt and everybody has to code it in like live like on Discord and just see see how people prompt it and then see who can get it functional first, and then how each one compares. That'd be so cool.
I would totally lose considering that like my commands are like consist of like cursor, I want to do this. I don't want to code. I don't want to do anything. You do everything. And they'll be like, okay. And then when an error comes, I'll be like, fix it.
Yeah, it I was pretty impressed with what I was doing with coding on the road, which I don't suggest because that was like slow compared to my Wi-Fi, and I'm like, I have no choice. I have no choice. So anything that can will happen. So what else have I missed? I won't lie, it's been nice to touch grass, to touch salt water, and touch big trees in Northern California, like the dry desert, the I don't know, the coast, all of that. But what have I missed? I
Oh, geez. Let's see. This past week, or actually, I think approximately either yesterday or the day before. I think it was more like Thursday. There was a DAO town hall meeting. We heard a little bit from Esteban and Gino, and got an update from the council. Congratulations on finally being compensated. I'm very proud of you. Fuck. I was like sitting there, like, did I hear this correctly? Did everyone get paid finally? Good. Like, this has been a long time coming. You guys worked way too hard for to not be paid on a timely basis. So, like, this is good. This is good. Um, Esteban announced that there's going to be another all hands coming here soon. I don't know if he said it was going to be this coming week or if he just said soon, but yes, we need to keep an eye out for an all hands. Um, old guy barbecue, of course, always doing it big. He like created a card game this week, and as I mentioned, it broke, but like the concept is definitely there, and I'm very excited to see how like what he brings. Like it was kind of like a matching card game, like you know how like when you have like you have a table with cards flipped upside down, and you gotta like flip two and make a match.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool.
He that was basically the concept he was trying to accomplish, but he had to go back to the drawing boards real quick. uh, but but I feel like old guy is really developing something cool, like with all the different games that he's like just putting together. I think at one point, once it's done enough, he could have like a whole catalog of games that he could just rotate between like every week for different events. Mm. As like new ones are being developed. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, he's crushing it. As far as like every week something new. I'm like, dude, you made this in a week? Like this is crazy. I like old guy pushes me so, and like and vice versa, but I'm like, dude, I can't believe you made this in a week. How did you and you work full time and
Yeah.
at like a pretty demanding job. So I don't know. Hopefully, old guy is sleeping right now, so he can catch up on all of his
Hmm.
creative juices.
Yeah. He's been doing amazing, and that like kind of someone had like made a comment. It was like during the Pepe God Alan Howick takeover, which I thought was an amazing game. How you needed to like collect the frogs and shit. It was pretty cool, and it would like transform, and like you'd have different tasks to do: chop down the trees, like build the barbecue. But Yeah, I mean, at one point, oh yeah, well, finishing off my thought from there. Someone had mentioned during that event, like, this is amazing. We need to have this every week, or like something like this every week, and kind of it makes total sense. I guess eventually, once he builds up that that repo, then he'll be able to like really push on that. And I already have a name for him. I haven't told it to him yet, but I have a name for him. He should start a studio called Barbecue Games. BBQ Games.
BBQG. I like it. That's a good one.
What was it like in Ready Player One? Gregarious Games, Barbecue Games. All right, none of you meant that. I'm watching all of you.
Okay, so then tell
On a
me more about taking over Mew York.
New York, the New York takeover. Oh
Yes.
man. I mean, it's still. I feel like it might still be a little early. Like I haven't received any information on like like specifically what panels I'll be speaking on, but I got the announcement, the email announcement, and I could pull it up here to, because like it did share something that I feel maybe some of us could implement in our, like, just regular, like us in our regular building. Let me bring up the email. It was this program, or this bot or service platform, whatever, that they're using, called Credentials with a K. And I'm looking for this email.
So now, do
Oh,
you have to go to Glamour Shots and get like get a nice like tux and have like kind of side profile, cheesy grin, and then so that they can have your picture there?
no, did you see when oh no, you haven't seen it. Okay, so
I haven't
when I
seen any.
announced yeah, when I announced that I was selected, they had made like a graphic, and it had the Mew bubble on it. I'll have to find that
Oh, that's
post for you.
cool.
I have to. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so let's see. Thank you for submitting your application. No, no, this is the. Let's
I don't
see.
know.
And
I still might start a fund to send Mew to Glamour Shots. Probably most kids here don't know what Glamour Shots was, but it like in the 90s you could go to the mall if you like you got your hair all teased up and got your well, they would do your makeup. And then you got like the real soft focus filter like pictures. And so I don't know. I feel like every time I see a NFT conference panel lineup, it's I can see the I can see the tryhards. I can see the effort put in to look really sophisticated. They look like real estate agents, basically.
No, totally, totally. Like there are always those tryhards, and I see them all the time. And those are the tryhards that sometimes I like look over, and I'm just like, am I at the right place? Like, do I belong here?
Oh my god.
Uh, okay, so So, email, congratulations, Mew Mew. Application for round two closed last week. We're excited to share that you have been officially selected as a speaker for NFT NYC 2026 this September 1st through the 3rd in Times Square. Here is your speaker card to share on social media, which is what I just told you about. And then it says your speaker status includes, and this is kind of like what I wanted to share. Uh, Bullet point number one, instant AI citability. Your own unique credentials page. The page comes up comes pre-populated with your NFT NYC bio and public profiles. build a built-in credential agents uh, refresh every 24 hours to ensure your expertise and NFT NYC acolytes are discoverable and citable by ChatGPT, Claude, Perplexity, Gemini, Bing AI, and Apple Intelligence. So, like, with that, like, perhaps the like credentials, like maybe this is something that we need to look towards for, like, us, anyone that's like trying to build and like kind of solidify our niche within like AI searches, maybe, or
Yeah, so I mean, I think that's a good idea. I think like asking AI to tell you how the AI can find you. Like there last year I met this YouTuber who she's like, I don't know, cosplay YouTuber, but she was like, why fight the machines? Why not have the machines fight the machines? So that's what she does is like ask AI, like, how can I become more discoverable, with taglines and keywords and stuff. So probably, probably something similar to that. But it's interesting that they're going to do that. Uh,
that.
yeah. Yeah. I'm like,
Mhm.
how does that work? What do they,
Yeah, I need to look up credentials. It's credentials with a K instead of C. Like, definitely got to look it up and see if like anyone could sign up. And I mean, like for example, like would be cool if you can search Dr. Drip and it says like, like genius, AI builder, fucking 3D modeler, fucking headlight genius, like, everything that Dr. Drip does just gets like put right in front of you.
yeah, like, wouldn't I mean, almost I don't know about you guys, but, like, in other games, like, in the Webkins world, there was a Wikipedia. I don't know what kinda crazy people ran it, but, like, it had every single wearable ever created, and then they started putting, like, the players in there, but that would be cool if we had, like, a blog that had basically lay it all out for like, make a blog that would make discoverability for all of our people for AI. So it'd be like exactly like you said, Dr. Drip, and like have links to all the wearables so that then, because if you go Google, ask questions about Decentraland and users, it'll be like, well, this person was the hottest thing in 2019. And you're like, I don't care about 2019. So it's got so much information from back in the bull run, 2021, 2022 to
Yep.
glean from. Now there's like nothing. So that's really cool that they're doing that for you.
Yeah, and so this is I guess to continue the credentials thing. The next bullet point is indeletable speaker passport, powered by credentials page. Your entire NFT NYC speech history, honors, and upcoming Times Square 2026 speaker card will be anchored directly to to your included cred domain. It writes permanently to ICANN DNS and as an ERC 721 token on base. So your legacy outlives any single platform.
Wow. Oh, Yolantis is coming up to speak. And I know, Yolantis, you've had so much experience with different.
Yolantis probably knows all about this.
Good morning. I see you accepted my Twitter request. So yes, I'm here on X and I'm not in Decentraland right now. And congratulations, big congrats, Sinful. And from what I remember about your proposal for speaking, you said I'm open to join any panel. Can you tell us, did they assign you
I
to a panel?
No, well, they came back to me and finally gave me the opportunity to re-enter my bio, because I thought it was a placeholder, to tell you the truth, because like it said, "What's your session description?" I'm like, "Shit, I'm not proposing a session. Like, what the hell?" So I just put a placeholder like bio. I'll speak on any panel, blah blah blah, open whatever the fuck. And then like I was mortified when I saw it on the website actually published. I was
Right.
absolutely mortified.
They, yeah, when we like, it
Uh,
was so
It was
odd
funny.
going through all of everybody's proposals and then seeing like their proposed speech names. So, okay, what did they finally tell you? Please, more detail.
I'm basically just giving all the detail that I've been given, which was from this email back on July 7th. Like just saying that I've been selected as a speaker. They're gonna give me instant AI credibility, indeletable speaker passport, and a complimentary VIP pass that's valued at $1,500. Oh my God. But yeah, that's basically all I got for now. Oh, there's a timeline. July, we will follow up to confirm your session topics and format to accommodate as many incredible perspectives as possible. Some topics may be grouped with dynamic panels into dynamic panels. And then let's see, August, the exact program date and time slots will be announced. And okay, yeah. And if I'm programmed for a solo talk, I'll receive like deck presentation guidelines and stuff like that, which that's I'm not doing that.
Okay. Um, well, good luck with everything. And that's kind of like why somebody would want to join NFT NYC as a speaker. They have, 1,500 speakers over the course of like only 3 days. And so you may be, um, I'm just letting you know right now, I went last year in person and the rooms were not full. It's like, don't be nervous that you're going to
Yeah.
be speaking to 500 people sitting in seats. You won't. It's like
No, I've been
sparsely
to
attended.
NFT Miami. Yeah, I've been to
Okay.
Miami events, and no, it's not a full room of everyone. Yeah, no.
Right. So they scatter the speakers all over different levels of whatever hotel they're in, and then people have to hunt and find you, and they have, the big name people up on the biggest stage, and they put the smaller unknowns on side stages that are like side rooms.
Yep, yep.
Um,
Uh, Yeah, for me, like as I guess an attendee in the past, for me it kind of just felt like because I didn't know what was going on. It's my first time. Just like walk into a random room and there's a random presentation going. I'm like, okay, I'll just sit here and listen.
right.
Yeah,
So they
there's no
haven't.
direction.
I'm nervous for because they put the art up for community voting, and this is kind of like what I call a popularity contest, and they haven't really had the open call yet. So they're doing
Uh-huh.
things different this year. The open call for speakers is coming first, and then I think they're going to do this community showcase open call later. So I don't know if I should jump into round 3 and try to speak because I don't know at the end of it if I'll be able to be in the showcase. Anybody who's selected as a speaker or a showcase artist gets their tickets free, and those tickets are crazy expensive. So the
Mhm.
only way I'll be able to come in and participate and hear you speak is if I get a free pass to get inside the room. So that's either art or maybe I should propose some sort of speech, but I don't have a topic for NFT NYC.
Hmm. Well, what for one, like I will say yes, definitely apply to round 3 because I would love to, attend one of your talks. And two, where like once it's available for the art section side of things, um could you like, keep us up to date so that we could vote for you? if
Oh, okay. I will try. I use my X feed as the announcement page. So if
Okay.
everybody, my X account is YOLANTISETH. There are a couple of Yolantises out there. I have some scammers who are like trying to copy me. So you got to get the right one. I'll be the one talking about art and Decentraland. Like, there was one, a spoof account that copied my profile picture and some of my content. I was like, what the hell? And I didn't follow through with submitting them as there's a formal way to submit scammers like that, but I didn't do it because it required me to reveal a lot of things about myself to the
Mm,
X team, and I didn't wanna do that.
gross. Yeah.
Okay, what about you guys do it like creating a panel together? Like yeah, like digital
Well,
or
funny you should
art.
say. That's what I was proposing to Sinful. If he didn't get selected for round 2, I had proposed him by, Discord chat, like, "Hey, I should just interview the interviewer," and he did not respond. I think he's a little nervous.
Well, in all honesty, I would be open to it. It was, uh, my ADHD kicked in and and I looked elsewhere and yeah, but yes, I would love to Yolantis.
Okay,
If
I thought I scared you. I thought I scared, whatever.
no, no, but definitely. I mean, if that is something that you would like to propose for round three, definitely do so. I'm in.
Because that's the story, right? The story is you have been actively interviewing artists and musicians and builders for all these years, and you have stories to tell. But I don't know if that is considered gossip, right? So, like, we got to walk that fine line. We don't want to talk about people in front of people. And there's that saying, nothing about us without us. So, like, how do we do this in a good way, like 60 Minutes style? Like, tell me
Mhm.
about your experience as an interviewer.
Yeah. Well, there's that angle, and I mean, kind of everyone that I have interviewed, I think speaking about them would serve as like, promotion for them. So I think I think definitely there is a fine line about like, speaking about like my guests, but I think at the same time, as long as it stays positive and kind of just share like my experience with them, it serves more as a highlight than yeah, than anything else.
Well, and I think like if you don't give them some like guardrails to put you in, they there's a chance they'll just put you in something that you really like, maybe outside of your I don't know, passion level or not outside of your wheelhouse, but it might be like, "Oh, okay. All right, I get this panel." So maybe you do need to like kind of guide them to the the a topic that could really be like a strength that you can lean into. Because otherwise they're going to be like, all right, this guy, he said he'll do anything. Let's put him with like you know I don't know,
Let's
somewhere.
put him with Mr. Cat. Or no, Mr. Cat House.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I think you'd still be okay if you were there.
I mean, have you seen my name?
Yes, yes, I think that's probably where you'll end up, friend.
Oh god. So whenever I tell my normie friends about I read them out like the email that I got and my friend just goes, "I can't believe that is your name, dude." And I'm like, "What? It's a good one." He's like, "You first thing you need to do is work on that." And I'm like, "No." Okay, I'm just pinning it to the top. Mm. Of the space, which is the post I made whenever I got the email about being selected. And look, they made me a little graphic. It says NFT NYC 2026 speaker, and it says sinful in the bottom, and there's a Mew bubble.
We've come so far because I don't see metaverse, and that's good, and like there, you are infiltrating as a
I
spy.
I am most definitely infiltrating, and now I think we might have backup here, Yolantis. We infiltrating?
Yeah. I, um, I think we need some brainstorm sessions to make another video proposal. And yeah, I need some infiltration guidance. Like, well, you know that I just jumped into this space from another space, and they were talking about AI and what they're building in AI. And I said, I'm into the metaverse and I'm building this, and I don't know Blender, and I want to make a build for this grant, land grant. And I explained it. And to a crowd of people who don't know what Decentraland is, here's how I explained it. I said, okay, I love the metaverse. It's an NFT. Your land is an NFT that once you own it, you can deploy your build to it. And I think that is like bare bones how to explain Decentraland to people who don't know what that is.
Yep, basically. What they say, what was their reaction?
They're like, holy moly, I didn't know you were into all that. Another woman in tech, let's go. Because I of course, I explained like another 3 projects that I'm doing with Claude. Because
Nice.
I am using it to help me explore my longtime career of learning about digital accessibility. So I'm building tools for presenters to teach that are colorblind friendly. And I am building like a little educational tool to help teach content creators what it might feel like to have color blindness and why you shouldn't like make your scales on a red to green, like, you know, pass fail, leaderboards, ranking, charts and graphs. A lot of them are on a red to green spectrum. So I want teaching aids to make my life better. So that's what I'm building.
Oh, I know Canessa's loving this idea. Oh, my bad. There you are.
No, no, no. I was like, dude, yeah, like that's a big that's like accessibility is a big thing. There was a kid this weekend that like won a bag, like somebody was giving away stuff, and he walks up and he's like, they're like, take the purple one, and his mom's like, he's colorblind, he can't see the purple one. Like you're telling him what to get, but he can't. So yeah, like making like breaking down those barriers, like making accessibility in the digital world, like uh, bringing that, like even text description for people who are visually impaired can make such a big deal. Just like accessibility, like putting descriptions on our pictures if we're on social media, those kind of things. So that's really neat. You're doing that, Leolantis.
Yeah, I have somebody who follows me on this X account. I have 2 X accounts, and one of them is for my accessibility work, but this one here is for my AI art. Um, but she follows me here where I'm talking about art. And in the early days, a couple of years ago, I was putting really short, blunt, descriptive alt text on my AI art, trying to describe an artwork that has a lot of things going on in under 100 characters is really, really difficult and challenging. And so she's a blind social media user, and her pin post is, for crying out loud, everybody, just describe your images. I want to follow what you're doing. If you don't describe those images, I will never get the joke. I will never know what you posted. So she will ask me. She used to ask me to give more information on my alt text. And that has been a really special relationship where I get to see firsthand how somebody who's blind experiences social media. It's not built with accessibility in mind.
Wow.
My brain is going to like Raspberry Pi, like Arduino, like processors, and thinking about like how could you do that in Decentraland, where you could make like 3D print basically all of Decentraland and have it programmed to like avatar location so that a person could feel the avatars like on scene and feel if they move. Um, there was a
That's a couple of steps beyond where tech is right now. But
yeah
there's a guy
yeah
who has built a map viewer that proposes to be the only way to see map GIS data for a screen reader user. And it tells you distances between things and I don't want to steer the conversation towards that. But anyway, people are working on helping people with disabilities experience content without a barrier. And that's what digital accessibility is about. It's about removing the barriers that our own content and our own websites create.
Gosh, Yolantis, that's you should go to it, NFT NYC and just, speak upon that.
Um, Brainstorm with me offline.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
Oh,
another
so can if I have the mic, and I may not be able to stay your whole 3 hours or however long you go, but let me give you an update on my build.
Yay! Yeah, I've
Um,
been away, so I saw you posted a YouTube video and I didn't get the chance to watch it, but I love that you made a YouTube update. Like that
I
is
had made a
so
playlist, and
cool.
there's like 7 videos on there, and I'm trying to edit them down for time. And so I put the playlist under Odd Jobs post, and it's on my timeline. I'm sorry, I don't know how to put things in the carousel in the X space, but I've got a little. Uh, I've got a playlist which plays them in the order that I recorded them. And I give you like little diary logs of here's what I'm doing tonight. I show you my frustration, I show you my progress. And so for my land grant, I am building a pattern studio and I'm a surface pattern designer. So I will make some patterns that are meant to go into the metaverse that are they don't have like little tiny details, because visibility is it's harder to see those little details on when you're 3 steps removed, right? By putting it on a wearable, it's harder to see the pattern of what's on that wearable. So anyway, I'm going to be able to throw pattern on a living room set, and I've got it tested now to the point where Claude thinks that it's going to work. So I've built the building, which Claude and I brainstormed about which kind of edifice are we going to build for the pattern studio, and it gave me a choice of like 5 different building styles, and I chose one. It made me an SVG blueprint, and I gave it approval, and we've been building for the past 2 weeks. And I saw a preview earlier this week of a test pattern. So floor one is going to have a control center. It's going to be like a guessing game, and you're going to like choose a pattern and a scale for each of my living room elements. There's going to be 2 side chairs, a couch, a rug, and a floor, and 2 curtains. And we're going to just make a guessing game. Like, let's see what these two look like together, and then you have to actually get your avatar upstairs to the second floor to see it in the living room. Yep, and I think it's going to work. I think so.
I'm so excited, and also Yolantis, I did pin up at the top. I think I grabbed 3 posts. One from Odd Job, which has your
Uh,
YouTube. I believe the
yeah,
other one's like a presentation, and then one of the example.
okay. Yeah, the odd jobs link to my YouTube channel is like the generic Yolantis website mentor. And then under odd jobs post, I put the specific link to that playlist. But anyway, y'all can find it. But the
Oh.
videos that you see on my channel are going to be in backwards order. So you're going to see the most recent video first. It's okay. Jump around, skip it, skip through, put it in fast motion if you have to. I try to keep them under 15 minutes. So there's just little summaries of what I've done. Yeah, and I've got to go get building today. I've got a full day ahead of me, and I might have to jump off your space, and so you can continue on. Carry on, my friends.
Carry on. No, yeah, thank you for the update, like your post from a day ago of just like what the building is kind of like what it's coming together to be. Like it's looking very unique. Very metaverse like. I feel like it belongs. It belongs for sure. Great job. Have there been any like aspects of building this far that like you are unsure of or like haven't been able to figure out? Oh, did I rug?
I can hear you. I don't know,
Okay,
maybe
maybe
Yolanda.
Yolanda's just dropped. Okay, yeah, but that is an exciting update. Thank you, Yolantis. And let's see, looking around the room here, I see we have an eye wolf. Oh, Canessa, this is what I wanted to show you. So our good friend Sebga released a smart wearable in the marketplace while you were gone. It is let me see the name of it, but
I put
it
it up.
is.
I see. I thank you, Seb. I found it in my backpack. So
Oh,
maybe I can watch you do it.
oh, okay, so you got a sequencer now then.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
okay, okay. So it's not new to you anymore.
Well, it's new like today. So I have it. I activated it and that's as far as I've gotten.
Yeah. So I mean, there's definitely like a lot of things you could do with this. Like right now I just have a full sequence of like emotes going with, which is kind of cool, but I don't know how to do it personally. I think Dr. Drip does, and like I've seen J Elf do it. Like kind of this wearable has the ability to like kind of, like, let's say, make you fly if you wanted to. Like like you could be floating around, I don't know, let's say 30 feet above ground. And so it kind of gets me thinking, like, maybe this with this sequencer, it is the opportunity kind of to like make like emotes that are like superhero poses. And like, with this sequencer, you could like pretend, like, you can have the effect of like flying around in your, superhero flying pose or whatever, or swimming.
Okay, I'm playing around with it now. I filled it with a bunch of different dance moves and poses. This is cool. It just like cycles through them.
Yes, it cycles through them, and then like I don't know if like on each block you're noticing how it may say like 3 seconds. If you
Yeah,
click on that, if you click on it, it'll like alter it. Like it starts off with by making it smaller, but if you like go past 0, it'll like reset to like 12 seconds and stuff like that. And you just keep clicking until you get, you get to however long you want your emote to play for.
that's so cool because like I've always wanted to make like an entire, there's some like dances that have, like more than 10 seconds of a move.
Hmm.
And so I thought like it'd be so cool if you had, if the emote starts and stops in the same place so that then you could just, it could be like one constant dance. So this would let you do that. That would be so
Yep.
cool. Now I'm like, do I go back and like change some of my emotes so they all like could look like one seamless dance? But this is pretty cool.
Yes, most definitely. Dr. Drip pointed it out to me on Friday, like a couple weeks ago. He was like, "Oh yeah, there's a sequencer." I'm like, "What?" I instantly had to go get one. So yeah, good, a great job, Sebga. Oh, what is he telling me? Okay, this button, um, mode local in the emote list panel, you can use to emote your avatar directly, so it becomes. Oh, okay, never mind. I thought he was answering my question about flying. Oh, I think I got it. Maybe. Let's see. 5. Oh, no. Oh, wait. No, no. Let's keep it as a 0 and then Y at 5. Let's see if it'll put me up at 5. Move instant. Run. No, never mind. I don't know how to use it. View a point. Seb guy, you need to release a tutorial. And let's see, I'm looking around the room. I see DJ CK. Hello, hello. Good morning, J Name. Hello, Scatline Rock. We got a Jim Cedric in the building. We got an old guy in the house. We talked about you, old guy. We talked about you, man. I'll leave out the details so his curiosity can peak, and he'll come up here and talk about all the cool stuff he's building. And also, old guy, I got a name for your future game studio, Barbecue Games. Write that down, BBQ Games.
Oh my gosh, J Elf is like going around the scene.
Yep.
I was like, how did she get the warpling upside down? But she's got slippers on that look like it's eyes on the bottom. So look at it and like look at it really quickly, and it looks like it's upside down, and the eyes are like googly. But those are just her like panda bear, or like I think they're like Los cat slippers.
Yep, yep. Yeah, so right now Jay's doing it, like that floating thing I was talking about. It's like she's like walking on a certain height.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, that's what like got me thinking like maybe superhero poses can now be a thing with the sequencer.
That would be cool. We need. I know we've got the gold guy made like a superhero pose, right? But it was just like cycled through really fast, so it didn't stop
Mhm.
on that like superhero. Well, that's anyway. That's DC Comics, so we don't really care. Like we're not into the Superman pose. We're more like Marvel fans here.
First off, tell me what Marvel character has a cool flying pose? Like, I can't think of any of them flying. Like what, Iron
Yondu,
Man?
Yondu,
Okay, okay, you're
American
making a
Monster.
lot of sense right now,
Yeah,
but I
I
was
mean
just trying to
Spider
type.
Man. You know,
He
Iron
doesn't
Man,
fly.
Captain
Spider-Man.
Marvel.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
But Captain Marvel just is just like she flies just like Superman.
No, she doesn't. She's got one leg up. She's got her fists faced out. You forget I have a Captain Marvel themed bike that I ride. Like I'm in the thick of it.
Yeah, I'm picking the wrong battles
You,
here.
you are. But anyway, I see what you mean. It would be cool. But man, like a Captain Marvel hover with like orb lighting, like moving lighting, like coming out from under you, that would be pretty cool.
Hmm.
Too many emotes, too many possibilities.
Yep, yep. But yeah, I'm really enjoying Sebga's emote sequencer. Good work, my friend.
It makes me think about auto dance. Do you remember what a big deal it was when like people that wanted to have clubs were like, but it has to have auto dance. Like auto dance was the deal breaker. Like we needed that. And then auto dance ended up being like a scene breaker. Like auto dance was responsible for so many crashes, I think. Oh,
That is very true. But yeah, we did used to live in a time where it was like auto dance on the dance floor or nothing. Like oh man, how far we have come because like I feel like auto dance went out of fashion, out of the cool limelight after looping emotes came out.
yeah, because you had to sit there and like spam your dance button, which we did. Which now I'm like, wow, that was an incredible amount of energy that we spent in just sitting there like over and over again, like making sure that our little avatar was dancing. Like, oh,
Yes. Oh, that reminds me, another thing that has been happening, which I don't know, you probably already have caught a whiff of it. There's a proposal right now in the DAO to lower publishing fees to $25. And it's actually almost passed. We just need your vote, Canessa. We need your vote today.
Oh, well, I'm gonna have questions because how much are we paying the curators? How are we fixing the
Well,
problem?
luckily, I read the entire thing. So it's going to be. I thought I saw something that like the curators may get like $5 per curation, but but on top of that, they will be held on retainer, where the funds for that retainer will come from the Dow Treasury. They are proposing to reduce the curation team from, I think it was like 17, which is ridiculous. Oh, from 14 down to 3, which I think is a great idea because most of those 14 are don't care about the Central End anymore, or are out building in Roblox. So like let's keep the ones that do want to be here. Um and yeah, as far as like the retainer salary goes, like how much they would be paid, I don't believe this was disclosed in the proposal, but we could probably find out more. Maybe you can ask that question.
Well, I will look at it. I will definitely look it over. I agree we have a lot of like I kind of am overpaying people that are curating that are not like active in the environment that are immediately convert that to, USDC or whatever and just extract
Roblox.
it extract it from the ecosystem and then go play in Roblox like yeah, I think there's really that worked when there were not as many people that could actually do what the curators are doing. But since then, I've seen, a lot of the people in this room work on their skills, elevate their skills. And so there's people that are here every day building who have the skills to curate and would put that money right back into Decentraland. Like I would love I'm advocating for just like, it's time to take another closer look. We also just have different tools than we had back when the curation team was formulated. Like we have AI tools. Like Dr. Drip made an amazing tool that you could use to kind of streamline your process before you even take it to the curation team, just for new users to make sure that it's like hitting those minimum requirements. Because sometimes it's just a simple thing. Like when I was publishing my first wearables, it was like I know the documentation says 500 triangles, for a hat, but I was still at like 1,000 triangles because I was, learning, made a little mistake, still, like it would be so nice. Like we need to use AI also just to work smarter, not harder. So if we use AI, reshuffled some curators, I think in addition to like a change of the fee, I think that's the way
So
forward.
yeah, there was proposed a technical checks move to an open source automated validator. The validator runs before any fee is charged. Items the validator can't confidently clear, uh, similarly to existing items, or possible third-party IP, or paused publication, and a route to legal review. Okay, so this validator will make things a lot easier for our curators. Like the curators won't have to like, you know, approach the wearable with, okay, does this infringe on IP, on anyone's IP? Like that's already done. So that sounds good.
So does the proposal go like how does it deal with wearables and emotes that are already published? Like when you go like Cyber Mike when he wants to go and like make an edit on a wearable that he paid for the publishing 3 years ago, but now his curator's gone.
I I
What are they
don't
doing?
think I don't think the proposal covered that, so I want to say you're shit out of luck. No, I'm kidding. No, or maybe like you'll just be um assigned a new curator.
Okay, and Fancy saying for the first 6 months after cutover, the foundation subsidized $20 per validated submission. So has foundation checked off on this? Because like I'm not
Well,
scrutinizing, but like
Well, when I look at the super duper cool proposal details under co-authors, or I see a E. Ordano as a co-author.
Nice. Okay, that's the thing
Yeah,
here.
and then Gino is the author, and Baron of the North, which is Noob. He is listed as a co-author as well.
Okay, well, I think that that tells us what we need to know. So it's progress in
It
us in the right direction.
It is definitely progress. I mean, and it definitely goes back to the conversation I had with Esteban on Beyond the NFT, when he said that his primary focus for his time as the executive director is to find ways to help creators earn. So, I mean, like, of course, this is like not a new method invented, but it's definitely something that's going to help creators earn, or at the very least, like make it easier to break even on your wearable publication,
My
so that
good
you're not losing.
yes. Yeah, if I looked back and like tried to look at what I broke even on. But I also like I'm playing the long game. So I am like betting that Decentraland's gonna be here for a while. Otherwise I'd make mine all like super low mint. So I'm like, no, I'm hoping that the sun comes up in the east tomorrow and goes down in the west and that Decentraland will be here for a long time. So like if I look at it like that, I'm I don't get so anxious. But there was a time like probably 6 months ago where I finally sold out of a collection that I made in 2022. So I was like, okay, that's how long it takes to sell out of it was a legendary, so 100 of them. I was like, that's a while. But it all comes down to like the thing you're selling. Is it cool enough? Like there's some emotes that I made that I'm like, this isn't cool, but I need to make it. Like I need it to exist. And I know I'm never going to make my money back, but I need this more than like I need to like be profitable, but that's so like it's fun to do that every once in a while, but like long term to be a serious like business, you have to be profitable. That's
Yeah, yeah.
all.
Gotta be profitable. You can't even just break even. Your business will go under if you just break even. Like, we need money. You need profit. Um, oh, hello, Derek. I just saw Derek popped in world. Great to see Derek. I am just reaching over for my coffee, my first coffee of the day.
I don't know how you make it this far in the day without coffee.
I've
Although you sleep late, so that makes sense.
Yes, yes. I've been actually very good at work. I haven't started drinking my coffee until like maybe like 11 a.m. I get there at like 8:30. So I've I've been trying to find ways to not feel like absolute dog shit at work. May-
Oh, well,
Maybe cutting coffee until 11 a.m. is not helping, huh?
I don't know. Cut coffee, cut alcohol, get sleep, exercise. I hate to say it, but that's kind of the magic ticket right there. It's not
Oh, well.
fun, but it it works.
Mhm. Oh, snap. Oh, snap, Canessa, do you see Pixelia's here? It's been a while.
I know. I just saw that. I'm like, wait a second. I know you.
Welcome back, Pixelia. And also, I think I'm not putting your business out there because you like posted it as a reply on X to me, but looks like Pixelia is now Papa Pixelia.
What?
What?
Congratulations. Welcome. Welcome to the club. Oh. if that's what I think it is. Papa?
Mhm.
Oh,
Well, that I mean, I'm getting, our friend is now a parent.
life has begun.
Life has begun. Wait, are you telling me that life doesn't begin until you have a kid? Oh, shit.
Kind of doesn't begin, and then it does. It kind of like also like there's a
Kind
certain.
of ends at the
Is this
same
a
time.
recorded space? Is this a recorded space? There's another part of you that you're like, goodbye, sweet soul. I'll see you in. Like I'm finding like you'll see it again, but it's gonna be at least over a decade. But that's okay. It's worth every penny. Uh,
It's worth every decade, every year.
worth every minute of sleep that you're giving away. Yeah. Oh, it. Oh, are you? Oh my gosh, Pixelia. I'm gonna. I want. I'm gonna start crying. Isabella. Oh,
It's such great news to because we haven't seen our friend Pixalia in such a long time. So it's like definitely great news to,
yeah.
hear the news. Like, congratulations. We
Oh,
are so happy for you.
that is so so sweet. Oh, they're telling me to send my invoice. I know you guys. I'm behind on everything. I'm behind it. There's. Yep.
Oh,
I just.
oh,
Yeah.
don't get me started on invoices. Like if I'm enjoying the work, like I need to be chased down for invoices because it's like, oh, getting paid? Nah, let me just keep doing the thing. I like it.
Yeah. Yeah. I just. Yeah. Oh, it's not the moment where life starts, but trust me, it's a moment where your life changes into before and after. Yes, Pixelia. The gray hairs will be like, this is before and after. No, I think that's when they, I think that's when they turn into teenagers, and then you're like, where's my sweet summer child that loves me? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But there is a certain level of like when the door gets slammed and you're like, wow, wow, I
You
made
you,
that.
you have yeah, you have about 12 years for the beginning of that to
Oh
to
my
come.
gosh. No, the best is when they inherit your personality and your sass and you're like, "Wow, guys." Cuz anytime that my kiddos are unhappy, they'll be like, "Mom, can you tell us what it was like back in the 1900s?" I'm like, "You guys. You guys."
Yeah, that's definitely Canessa sass. That's definitely Canessa sass.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, or like there was this little girl that was gonna ride this swim tube over these rapids this last week, and it would have like been like it was bad. I actually did have to go sternly reprimand her, but for a second, my kids were like, "Is she gonna do it?" I was like, "I don't know, guys. I need to go talk to her." And then my kids are like, "It's a." I kind of want her to do it, and I was like, "I kind of do too," but like, no, no, we're good. This is a safety concern. I'm gonna go give them a stern warning, and I did, and I yeah.
Oh, oh my God. Something tells me you and your kids are gonna be like a force to be reckoned with when they're like old enough, like to like there comes a point I feel where mom is not mom is always gonna be mom, but like not like overbearing, like authority figure kind of thing. It's like it's more like mom is friend. And I feel like you and your kids are gonna vibe.
I think so too. I think we're there sometimes, but then sometimes not. And they'll do stuff that I'm like, oh my gosh, for better or worse, like, who are you? Who are you? And like, it's, but yeah, it's as every parent knows, it is really cool and amazing, and especially of these moments where you're like, I think I did okay. Like my son held the door for these, elderly people and I'm like, man, like that's so cool. Or the oh, my son asked me this week. He's like, "Mom, if you had like $80,000 and 576 some number like that, but $80,576 and somebody took $60 from you, would you just throw the rest of that money away?" And I was like, "No, of course not." And he's like, "Well, every day we have 80,564 seconds. So if somebody's mean to you for 60 seconds, are you going to let that ruin your entire day? And I'm like, no, you are so smart. That's amazing. And I know you learned that on YouTube Shorts, but like that is so wise. And he had the biggest smile on his face. So I was like, ah, I'm gonna remember that one.
Yes, always got to remember that one. I mean, that doesn't matter how old you are or how wise. Like, I feel like that one just translates all across the board. Don't let a shitty 50 seconds of your day ruin your entire day.
That's true. That's true. And being on a road trip and like having multiple people cut you off and all sorts of stuff, it's like I told them I was like, the sooner I can let that person like let that go from my energy, the better I'm gonna be. Like I'm not they honked at us, whatever. I'm gonna ignore them. I'm not gonna let them ruin the next, 2 minutes of my life. So yeah. Well, congratulations, Pixelia. That is the biggest news that we could have and so cool and good luck. The highs, the lows, all of it. It's gonna be amazing.
Yes, yes. Bring them on the Decentraland. It's like, okay, baby, here you go. Put them in front of the screen. This is Decentraland.
I still have like the old builds that my kids made when they were like little, and they'll ask me like, "Mom, do you still have my old build? Like, can I see that? Can I go visit it?" Oh, it's so cute.
Ooh, you should set up a world for them.
Yeah, yeah, I would, but it as much like because they grew up with Decentraland and then found Roblox, they think Decentraland is like the old news stuff. They're like, "Yeah, we've been doing that for so long." Like, I mean, they think
It,
it's cool, but it is good to have boundaries and be like, we don't have to do everything together because, I mean, I think my son walked into the casino once back in like the 2022 heyday, and there were some half naked people and playing, poker and yeah. Oh, there's some things I don't need to explain because they're like, "Mom, why is Billy T Coin have 69 bubble?" And I'm like, guys, nope, nope,
ah,
who
you
wants some
know,
gummies?
I feel like your kids are gonna circle back to Decentraland. When they're older, like
Yeah,
they're gonna circle back and be like, this is actually pretty cool.
maybe. I mean, my son used to come around. He's been to dollhouse parties back in the day. Like my daughter kind of was like, "Nah, it's okay," but he thought it was cool. Like he's definitely more of a gamer. Um, I think some of you have talked to him before. But then one day he like recently after it was on Epic Games, he was like, "Mom, look." And he's on Decentraland talking to the welcome guides. I'm like, wait a second. Like, we didn't get parental permission, kiddo.
But wait, the welcome guides are so great.
They are. It's just,
Oh, that's hilarious, actually.
it is, except, we can't do that. We're supposed to
Yeah.
ask before we download new things.
A- as a non-parent, that is hilarious.
No, and
Now,
it
now,
was
your
good.
point of view.
They were all being really nice. They were nice. But then I was like, tell this person they have a really nice wearable collection. I think the welcome guide was freaked out because they realized it was somebody that knew a little bit about.
Somebody's someone's offspring.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that is awesome. That is awesome. Well, definitely I have gamed with Super Ninja. I have been carried by Super Ninja. He'll come back around.
Yeah, yeah, and it's good for everybody to find their place. Like not everybody's gonna find the same place and same thing, and I don't know. Yeah, sometimes it is nice to have a little place to escape because I don't know that I want to be at the same parties as my my kiddos. Like, and And I think that's something too as a parent. Like you do, there is a part of you that
Hmm.
like you happily give it up, but it's, you know, you're not going out to parties on late Friday nights or, you know, this and that, and you're not going out to, you know, your girlfriend's like staycation weekends. You're at home with the kids way more. And that's why I don't know, it's nice to have Decentraland because then you can go out on a Friday night to like, you know, Make's Place and listen to some music and you can socialize with people. And even if it's not like person to person, it is still, you know, feeding, like it is still giving you a social
Hmm.
connection. And I think that's what humans need.
Yep, most definitely. Um, yeah, and I mean, kind of what you just mentioned is kind of like something I've heard Make say about his kids and like they how they play Roblox. It's like he says like I don't want to go on Roblox because like that's where my kids are. Like that's where my kids hang out. Let them hang out there. I'll be on the Decentraland.
Yeah, or you know what? I do want to go on Roblox and then I want to troll them and get better than them. They'll be like, "Mom, I don't like that." I'm kidding, but like that's the best part is to go onto their game, get really good at it, find out who their friends are, and then they're going to be like, "I no longer like Roblox. This place is no longer cool." Because I think on Fortnite, my son's friends used to be like, "When is your mom gonna play?" And he was so mad. I was like, "Sorry,
You were
sorry."
the cool mom.
Oh my god, I was the cool mom because I would give them all the mythics. You know, we'd kill a boss, and I'd be like, "Sure, here, take
Here you
some
go.
shield pots, guys. Watch your health. Here you go." You know, but then they'd have to
uh
carry me.
Yep, yep. Well, hey, life is about a series of like, give and take, give and take. You give them support items, you are the pack mule, but in exchange, they have to carry you to the dub.
Yes, but then they get mad because I just hide in the bushes and they all die. And then they're like, "Okay, can you revive us all? Can you get our reboot cards?" I'm like, "Yes, guys. Watch. Watch.
Watch.
Here. Here it comes." And then I'm like creeping and they have to wait for 5 minutes, but I slowly get their reboot cards and bring them all back and oh, those were some peak days. Those were some peak days. I stayed away from Fortnite because it's just a vortex that sucks me in. So I haven't played for a while, but I heard this season is good.
Meh, you know. I did buy a poison ivy skin, but besides that, meh. But I'm one of those no build people. Yeah, yeah. My opinions don't count. Let's
No.
see. Pixelia says, "I apologize in advance if I don't respond." Oh, he's in Papa Nanny mode. And hello, Brittany. Hello, hello. I see Quan down there. Hello, Quan. Hello, Swiss. And I think I've shouted out everyone that is here. 102.btc. Hello, welcome. And if you are new to our space here, this is our weekly community building Decentraland X space. We host these every week. We just come together and well, I mean, we definitely talk about the Decentraland, but on top of that, we talk about life and random shit. And so, yeah, hope you're enjoying the conversations. Oh, I also see that our upcoming guest for Beyond the NFT this coming Monday has just popped into the space. Hello, hello, Money Miller. So if anyone would like to kind of like get an idea of who Money Miller is, definitely follow him on X and yeah, we will see him on Beyond the NFT on Monday. And let's see, looking further into the room. I think I shouted out everyone, Canessa. Anyone that you see that I haven't said hello to.
I think you got everybody, and Money Miller just requested to come up to speak, and your avatar wasn't loading, but now, or like your PFP, but now it is. That's a really cool alien. Hello.
Oh, thank you
Welcome.
kindly. It's actually the only PFP collection that I've ever made, and I minted all of them myself and just gave that shit away because I was just having fun with it anyway. But what's up? Shout out to you. Shout out to Sinful. Appreciate y'all hosting and co-hosting and the whole Decentraland community. And yeah, retweet the space. Well, I guess you got to go into the damn Decentraland PFP and go do it that way because there's no purple pill. But what's good with y'all? How's everybody doing?
We just vibing. We host these spaces every Saturday, and just bring everyone together. And anytime that one of our friends has something to talk about, this is usually a good platform for them to bring it up. Which actually, I'm trying to look around the room. Do you see Zesty by any chance, Canessa?
In world or in the space? I do not see.
Both. Oh, there's Zesty. Okay.
I see
I
Zesty.
guess I I definitely want to bring it back to money, but yeah, it just reminded me that Zesty had a topic he wanted to cover, and I had told him that like it would be a great topic to have once you got back. Uh, so definitely that's something we can cover here a little later down the road. So what is up, money? I believe you hosted a space last night. I'm not I
Yeah,
can't
Drinks
remember.
on Saturday, and I hosted a music space for the Quack Life community. So we do that every Friday. Usually, Mystic from Quack Life under the Quack Life PFP hosts it. But yeah, we just kind of hang out, run tunes, chop it up a little bit, and just vibe out. Just kind of a relaxing Friday evening, and we're all over the place musically. I don't. I always say like, there's only one genre of music I won't make, and that's happy hardcore, because I just do not mess with happy hardcore. Other than that, open game.
No happy screamo.
Yeah, no happy hardcore for me. It's just I don't know. It bleeds. My ears start bleeding. But yeah, looking
Mm,
forward to kicking it with y'all Monday night. Definitely excited about that, and appreciate the opportunity to come in and just get to know you guys and just chit chat. And not sure exactly what we're gonna cover, but it's gonna flow nicely. I can tell you that.
Yes, yes. Hey, don't worry, man. I'm the host, and I don't even know what we're gonna cover, but it's gonna flow nicely. I know that.
Exactly, exactly.
uh, yeah. Yeah, have you ever been on the Decentraland?
Actually, have not. So I'm gonna have to check that out. I think that's a metaverse, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the
We
only
you
one
def
I've been in is spatial.
Okay. Nice, nice. Yeah, yeah, definitely we'll have to get you in here. And I mean, definitely if you had any questions about getting in right now, like if you had time, we have a space full of Decentraland users here. So if any questions ever came up, like this would be the a good place to ask them.
Heard web app or phone app.
Well, you could do both. So I guess for you, it'd be a preference. Do you want to do like I would say the web client is like the more I don't want to say better experience, I guess more refined experience. Because like, the Central End natively is on desktop, but the mobile app recently came out like as of this last year through the Regenesis Labs team. They've been pushing it. Shout out to Toxic Waifu down there. As the she is the communications director over at Regenesis, and they pushed the Decentraland phone app out on Apple, the Apple Store or App Store, and Google Play. So yeah,
Cool. I'll just grab it
whichever
on
you
both.
prefer.
Yeah, I'll just grab it both. I'll probably use it on the web app more than likely, just because I tend to be sitting in front of the damn PC more than I should ever care to admit. But yeah, because I'll figure I should jump in what, Discord or in there on Monday,
Uh,
or
I
both.
mean, I would say both if you want to party with a crowd and see, have a firsthand look at like what's happening and what's if anyone like has a question, you could like just pick it up firsthand yourself,
All
or
right,
if
Pat.
not,
Yeah,
our
I'll definitely
friends
pop
there
in.
too. hmm and I mean, we can definitely get you dripped up, send you some wearables, so you don't look like a noob.
Hey, that noob's coming in here. What's that guy doing?
uh, but definitely just here in Decentraland, one of our big things is like fashion. We definitely have a lot of wearables to choose from in the marketplace.
Nice, I dig that. It's like getting skins in games and whatnot. Not that I've had much time to game anytime recently, but yeah, I've only actually been in Spatial once, and I did it like a DJ gig in there for Meta Guardians. And other than that, man, I really do not have much experience in the metaverse.
Well, dude, if you want to kind of like, continue learning, like there are DJ gigs here as well. So, if the opportunity ever arises and you're open to it, you definitely could hit you up. Make down there, Make and myself, we host a Friday night. Oh, well, actually you might not be able to join those because you host the I believe the Quack
Yeah,
Life
at
space at the
9
same time.
p.m. Yeah, 9 p.m.
Yes.
Eastern. I've actually been thinking about because I've been doing that for like almost a year, well, over a year at this point. So I might take a step back from that because it's like I don't know, it'd be nice to have a Friday night again at some point.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah, definitely. So, yeah, so that is an available choice for you, and our friends are always hosting events. So if you want to spin some tunes for us, the opportunity is always there.
Heard,
Uh,
yeah, and I definitely know Make and am familiar with the tunes there, so definitely
oh,
appreciate that. And
nice.
yeah, I'd be happy to come chop it up with you sometime and throw down some tracks. Got some original stuff. Got 1800 vinyl records from back when I used to DJ as a drum and bass head in like 98, 99, spinning in Baltimore and DC.
Sheesh. Okay, so you got some heat. Okay, we I'm trying to think. The other day I joined a space. I think it was hosted by Shorty Talls.
Oh,
And
cool. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I jump in Shorty space a lot. Like I think she's
Mhm.
usually 7 o'clock, pretty much every night.
Yep, yep. And you had shared a song on it, and I like really enjoyed it. Is that one of your original songs?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you on Spotify, or like what is the best place for someone
So
to
I
find your
am.
music?
I've got a few different artists on Spotify. So like I've got music that has no AI at all, all built from the ground up. So I use Ableton as my DAW. Started on Fruity Loops back in the day when it was just 16 pads and a track line. Then went over to Reason, then Ableton. Then I've got stuff that I blend AI with my own tunes, and then I've got just straight up AI stuff. I write all my own lyrics though. So I'm kind of all over the place, but I separated the Spotify accounts to be like one that has AI and one that has no AI, so it's just very clear. So Money Miller is the Spotify handle for all the original stuff, and then I named the other one Artificial Flavoring because I wanted to make it very just transparent and obvious that clearly it has some type of AI in it. And then I actually stopped pushing stuff and distributing. I'm going to cancel my subscription with DistroKid as well because I've just seen all the terms of service for these platforms are starting to be very creator hostile, and they're making silent IP and content grabs. Through basically like anytime you launch on their platforms, you're giving them a license that's perpetual, irrevocable, sub-licensable, and royalty free. So they basically can do whatever they want even after termination.
Well, shit. S- Damn. And I just pulled up your Money Miller
Yeah, I'm one of those nerds that
Spotify
actually
account.
reads the TOS.
Nerd, you actually read, bro?
I try to from time to time. I feel like it's educational and healthy for the brain.
Yeah. Well, I guess it depends on what you read, because you could also read just like complete
Touche,
slop.
touche.
But okay, definitely. I'm gonna drop you a follow here on Spotify
I
for
appreciate
sure,
that, brother.
and definitely I guess this may be a question. Usually I do it like without permission, but maybe I could start asking for permission in the future.
No
Usually
permission
when
needed.
okay, cool. And the question answered. Because usually sometimes like when I have a like an artist or a musician on the show, instead of playing like regular music, I would play the artist's music as like before we get started on the like for the show, like in the intro screen or whatever. Um,
Yeah, you're more than
so
welcome to if you want to, for sure.
I'll definitely share some of your tunes there.
Cool. Yeah, and I mean, outside of that, like I literally stopped publishing stuff, so I'm just sitting on my hard drive. I've probably got like 8,000 songs.
Sheesh. And so it's just basically sitting in your hard drive, and you're just looking for a platform to drop it on, like a fair platform, or like what is
So kind
the
of, sort
goal?
of. I didn't want to spoil that already, but I was going to
Okay.
chat about that on Monday. But I'm actually so I'm a software engineer by trade. I run the enterprise app stack for a clinical research software company for the day job, and I've been working for about the past 9 months on building an ecosystem that is essentially, my purpose there originally was to build an audio player that would integrate across blockchain so you could play NFT music in a single location without having to log in and out of wallets. Because I was trying to do that in my car playing Bluetooth, and I was like, yeah, I gotta log in and out of wallets. Like, this is ridiculous. Nobody's gonna ever do this. So did that, and it was just like, you know what? Let me scale the hell out of this thing and actually make it, really creator forward and intended to help with ownership, rights, entitlements, provenance, transportability, payment, and enforcement of all the rules. So I've been working on this ecosystem where it has an underlying kind of truth protocol, is what I would call it, which handles all of those elements that I just mentioned. And it's basically like a creator launches a digital asset, sets the rights and entitlements against that asset, and then whoever buys that inherits all of those assets, inherits all of those rights from that asset, and then the underlying protocol enforces all of the rules. And then on top of that sits a learning management system, content management, social media, streaming, restreaming. Um, it's got, Jesus, I can't even think now. The marketplace, the creator studio, DevOps and admin tooling. It's also SOC 2 and GDPR and CCP compliant, and holds to ISO 27001 standards. So I've been in the, like I said, software engineering for about 25 years. So I was very like just mindful and considerate of how I built it, and really wanted to give it like create a legacy to give back to creators who have been getting fleeced for decades at this point. Excuse me. And my whole kind of thought there is, I'll take 3% on marketplace fees just to host the infrastructure because AWS is not fucking cheap, and then
Yep.
97% back into the pockets of the creators.
Nice, nice. And in all honesty, I don't think this is spoiling anything because on the show we can definitely get a little deeper into it and even provide visuals, like if the website or you have like a back end to show and
Oh
stuff
shit,
like
I could do
that.
a live demo for sure.
Yep, yep. That will be available during the show on Monday as well. So we're not spoiling anything. I think we're getting an initial like
Getting a preview,
yes, a preview of what's to come for Beyond the NFT.
and then we'll go deep down the rabbit hole,
Yes, sir. So
and we'll have a blast doing it too.
yeah, that what was I gonna mention? Oh yeah, yeah, you're uh going back to Decentraland. Just like if you don't end up jumping on like while we're on the space or anything, you could always feel free to message me and let me know that you're on the Central End, and I'll like jump in with you and answer any questions about any buttons or whatever you may
Yeah,
need
I'll pop
answered.
in there maybe like a half hour, 45 minutes before the Monday session, just to get oriented
Okay.
with things. And then, yeah, I'll definitely be in there for that as well.
Okay. Okay. Well, if you pop in like 45 minutes before the show, you'll be able to attend one of our community's favorite Monday night shows, which is called MoFi Monday. It is hosted at Casa Rustan, our good friend Rustan, and it's basically a show that our good friend Stony Eye performs for us every Monday. So, what would be a good way to warm up
Oh,
before
dope. What time does that start?
it starts at 7 p.m. Eastern.
Oh, sweet. I'll just pop in then.
Mhm. Yep, yep.
Sweet. Thanks for giving me the heads up on that. Now I know to show up a little early and come kick it with the crew.
Yep, yep, and yeah, it would be good time to like even just like press some buttons and see what they do.
Oh, I'll smash the keyboard, brother.
Hmm, hmm.
Yeah, been in software so long, I type about 140 words per minute. Probably speak even faster sometimes.
Jesus. Yeah, sometimes I wonder because my daily life I've been working in insurance for the last 2 years, and it involves a lot of emails, and and I'm noticing that my typing is getting faster. I'm starting to use my dead pinky. I punched a wall when I was young, and I have a pinky that doesn't move very well.
Boxer's fracture. I've done that as well.
But yeah. Uh, but so it doesn't move very well. But I'm using that thing.
Hell yeah! And for me, it's all about keyboard shortcuts, which is like I've never been able to flip over to Macs because I'm just so familiar with Windows keyboard shortcuts that I tried to go over them with the damn command key. I'm just like I can't fuck with this thing.
uh, yep. That's gonna look around the room. Oh, Ballistic Banana's here. Hello, Ballistic Banana. These names are wild.
It reminds me of a song I made about a big banana.
You
Yeah, a
got
lot of the
songs
stuff
about big bananas?
I'll do like parodies and shit like that just for fun. Because I mean, you gotta have fun with it, right? Like, otherwise, what are we all doing here? And like, I also kind of come from a mindset of like, I've got no qualms making fun of myself, and like, you gotta laugh at things, otherwise, shit is just like life can be depressing and hard. So, and just generally speaking, it's like, hey, let's just bring out joy and fun and vibe, and try to keep people with a smile on their face at the end of the day.
100%. I agree with you, Canessa. Let's see. Hey, what up, Shorty? Welcome. And Vinny is here. Hello, Vinny. And I I believe those are our new listeners. Goodbye, Vinny. I'm trying to see if Zesty is listening right now to see if I can pose the question to Canessa that Zesty had asked me.
I don't see Zesty in the listeners.
Yeah, I'm seeing him in Decentraland over here dancing, but can check up and see if he's alive.
Straight
If he's
busted a
taking.
move over there.
He actually is. He's got some good moves. Good, nice wearables.
Hey, if
Mm,
anybody wants to buy land, there's like a killer four piece, totally surrounded by roads at the south part of the map for like 10,000 mana. That's like that if I wasn't trying to do better, I'd have to go buy that. So go check it out and buy it before I do. Because you
What
basically
does
have your
10,000
own.
mana equate to?
It's like $600.
Got you.
So for land, like the floor, actually, I've been away for a few weeks, so I don't. The floor when I left was like $65 per parcel. So there's definitely cheaper land out there, but to have your own, tiny little square surrounded by road, you would have no, you'd have no neighbors playing their music loud, having their like riffraff come over and stumble through your place late at night. No, kidding, but that's a pretty cool spot.
I'm currently looking for it, and I might. I don't know anymore. Oh
I
my god.
know. Well, it's right by the other little like foundation plaza in the south part of the
Y-
map.
yes, I'm seeing it right now. Yeah, 9,990 mana.
Yeah.
But this would go against my buying philosophy. My buying philosophy is I don't want to pay more than 2,000 per parcel.
For sure. But these are non-fungible parcels. One parcel is not the same as another parcel. So, yeah.
True. Okay, maybe I should stop looking at it. It ends in two
He's got a
days.
bias.
Yeah, I think Miller is familiar with what my words are saying. It's like he's thinking about it, aka he's gonna buy it.
Straight up. It's like, it goes against my buying philosophy, but let's pull the trigger on the hell with it.
I
This how
mean, I
this is
do
how I
believe.
deal with my addiction. I just immediately tell everyone, buy this, because then if you guys buy it, then it's like, oh, oops, I can't.
Yeah,
Somebody else got it already.
Yeah.
yeah, you all have 24 hours to buy it from under me.
Because that, okay, I'm not gonna twist your arm, but man, the resale on something like that. If you look at other parcels that are completely surrounded by roads, they're not selling for that much. If if you can even get it, which you probably
Yeah.
can't.
Okay.
Aren't you glad
Let
I'm
me.
back?
I
So
am
what would I
so
do?
happy
Like if
for
I
you.
bought a parcel in Decentraland, like what would I do with that parcel out of curiosity? And forgive my ignorance.
See, oh
You what?
yeah, you want to
You,
take
you
it?
okay, okay. Well, I mean, you'd be able to build on this parcel, like basically giving you, let's say, I mean, for you, your music. You could give your music, you can give your digital identity like a little headquarters. You'd be able to perform there if you wanted to. Like the Centraland has these free like streaming servers that you could like use. So you can throw a party whenever you'd like. It'd be a good way to like represent your art or your community. You can like display pictures and stuff like that. um let's see, am I missing anything else? You can build games if you wanted to.
It's pretty much like getting a website domain, like, but in 3D, and then you decide how you're going to do that. So, or like, if you're into the gamification, like Sin said, you can turn it into something really cool. Yeah, there's a lot you can do with it.
Cool. So it may make sense with the ecosystem that I'm launching at some point to pair like that with a parcel. Would you say?
Yeah, or like you could, what I've always thought would be a good advantage is having like a mini game to get people familiar with your, product, your brand, whatever it is. It's going to be different for everybody, and have it like introduce them to it here into Decentraland, and then it's, at the end of it, it's got a little teleport and it takes you right to your website or your Spotify or whatever it is that you're doing. Um, or like if you were having a big game on Steam, you could have like a little mini game component, let people play it, and they're like, "Wow, this is really fun. I'm gonna go check out, the real deal." So almost like a, I don't know, like a little teaser, like a taste test appetizer of whatever your product is. Like, and it's sometimes so hard to describe because you've got people who are like, "Hey, I'm launching, like barbecue sauce," and then you've got somebody over here like, "I'm an NFT visual artist," and then somebody else is like, "I make my own music and I'm a DJ." But all of them are using Decentraland like to work with their product, all in completely different ways. So sometimes our biggest problem is like an identity issue. Like, what are we? Oh, you're a game. No, we're not a game. Like, oh, you're a art gallery index. No, we're not that. So I think there's lots of ways everybody can use it. It's really cool to see how people interpret that.
Mhm. I would say kind of like when it comes to Decentraland, I feel like it's a platform for anyone, like anyone and everyone is welcome. Unlike like I feel like a lot of NFT projects out there have like the misconception of like, no, I need to build my own metaverse platform and have my own stuff in there. But Decentraland kind of allows you to kind of spread out and like I think something that projects should start considering is like spreading out their IP throughout different worlds. Like the Central Land would be a great place to have a build that let's say like this build represents let's say pudgy penguins. And then inside you could learn about pudgy penguins and even link yourself to their main metaverse. Yeah, like Decentraland doesn't have to be the one stop. It could be just the link to where you're trying to take your audience.
And out of curiosity, and this may get too technical, but what does it look like from an integration landscape and running like API calls to third-party services and kind of setting up that type of infrastructure?
That might be. I mean, I think the question may be a bit too technical for me, but from what I've seen, it's like I mean I'm running back right now into one of our friends' lands, and he has an API integration for this like news channel, and he like you click on the button, and it's called the Situation Room, and it'll give you news that has happened around the world. And we may have Odd Job coming up here that may have more of an answer than I can provide. Good morning, AJ.
Hey, good morning, Simple. Good morning, Canessa.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Welcome back to civilization.
Thank you. Thank you. It's good to be back, but I'll tell you, I'll be honest, it was nice to be away. So it's
Oh, for sure. That's kind of how it should go, right?
yeah.
So, Money Miller, could you ask your question again? I'm like checking out this gold. What's the person's name? Gold something.
Gold
Uh,
boss.
Gold Boss. Yeah, I'm checking out Gold Boss's little parkour game. So yeah, I'm a little distracted, but I'm
No,
now
you're good, man. No worries. Yeah, so just curious. So like, building into Decentraland, what type of like integrations and API calls to third-party services can you run? So I do a lot of like custom
gotcha.
full stack development work
Sure.
for both my day job and for like some side projects that I'm running. So I've got this ecosystem that I've built that I'm going to probably launch within the next month. And I'm just kind of curious. I've got 256 APIs in that ecosystem that I could connect to. So I'm just kind of curious, what I could expect from that landscape.
Um, in terms of like integrating, external third party services, I haven't done a whole lot. What I can tell you is, um, well, like Canessa, I don't know if you have set up the back end of your scoreboard, but like where we are right now at Gold Bosses Place, there's a scoreboard, and that's a UI, and it's also in world displayed. So like I use Railway. I also use Supabase, and that's just to have information persist. I can also tell you that there's a somewhat extensive, somewhat outdated knowledge base on Decentraland's server. I mean, it's an open source project that's hosted on GitHub. So if there's any questions that you have,
Well,
and
but I can just go clone the repo or
you
fork
can
it.
just, yeah, exactly. So you can look there. You can also look in the awesome repository. There are some examples of things that people have done. I mean, maybe you can get it to do some wicked amazing things. Like, I don't know, 10-15 years ago, I saw somebody hook their smartphone cam into what was it, Minecraft. So they got an RGB display, into Minecraft. So yeah, when it's open source, when you have access to that code, you can do all kinds of crazy shit. I'm not saying you could do that in Decentraland, but you can do some pretty amazing stuff. So definitely definitely worth checking out. But start simply, I would say, because just like any other project that's been around. I mean, it's been around since 2020, I think, is when they opened the world, but they really started working on it in 2017, 2018. It's going to have some intricacies, some wonkiness that you'll need to just figure out as you go.
Gotcha. Yeah, and I mean, I'm pretty good at reverse engineering, so I should be able to figure that out relatively quickly. And yeah, just trying to think of like different use cases and ways that I can incorporate that into what I've got built. And all the stuff I've done so far is all sits on AWS infrastructure, as well as it's integrated across 13 different blockchains so far. So yeah, I'm sitting on like Elasticache, Kubernetes. I got a Postgres SQL server. AWS is fucking expensive too. I thought about going Supabase for like low cost, no cost. But yeah, man, I'm trying to position it with corporate America to be the kind of layer in between their GL and their app stack to manage and entitlements and things like that. So I figured I need to be on serious info if I'm going to position it over there.
No, I totally understand that. I mean, for us, simple folk, super base, free level, like I think I pay $5 for Railway because I got a game and I want to I want to make sure that the past winners that persists and it's not going to go down. Of course, what was it? There was like an outage about a month ago that totally foobarred everything and I had to rebuild it. But anyway, um, yeah, for just fucking around, finding out level type of stuff. I don't think you have to, go anything as crazy as all those other things. But since you've already got them, and hooking them up into a scene in Decentraland, I'd be very interested to see that.
Yep, I feel like because recently I say recently, but I think it's more like around October 2025, we got the ability to integrate Cursor AI into the Creator Hub. The Creator Hub is like how we build our scenes in Decentraland. And I feel like with that new ability, that new integration, like we don't even really know the limits to what can be done. Would you say that is fair, AJ?
No, well, we got to push those limits, brother.
Yeah, yeah, no, for sure. I mean, and it's not just Cursor. Cursor is more tightly integrated with the Creator Hub, but like for somebody like myself or some other builders, uh, just using Visual Studio Code, for the last 3 4 years. I mean, that's always had Copilot in it, so it's not like it's totally um, foreign to the Decentraland code base. Uh, it's yeah, I use Claude currently because I really like the way Fable 5 is working out. Um,
Yeah, the new GPT model with Sol has been pretty solid too. But yeah, I agree with Fable. Although I will say the one that they originally released and then they pulled back because of the government export controls, I think was better than what they put out after.
oh, for sure, for sure, for sure. And people complained, and then they had to like whatever cripple it in some strategic way. I don't know. I don't understand. I don't pretend to understand. But yeah, it's still good enough for the type of stuff that I'm doing. So so yeah. I mean, if you have any further questions, we don't need to. I don't mean to totally
Yeah, I didn't mean to
monopolize.
hijack your call or the
What's
space.
that?
I said I didn't mean to hijack the space.
No, no,
I
no, no.
mean,
And
this is what these
it's
spaces are
kind of how
for.
this goes though, right? I mean, it's like it's an open space, just like Decentraland is open source, so people can come on and talk about just about anything, even if they're directly in opposition to, viewpoints of people that are, in CBD. It's we try to keep an open space for everybody to talk. So, and this happens sometimes. So not a big deal, but yeah, definitely interested to see what somebody like yourself could create.
Yeah, look
Yep.
forward to exploring and checking it out. Appreciate you guys.
And also, I don't know how much you know about the Centraland, but a lot of people think that like the only way to build in the Centraland is by owning land. Like that is not true. You could buy a name for like $6 or $7 plus gas fees, ETH gas fees, and you'll have like access to an entire like pocket metaverse or pocket world that you could like build out as big as you want. So there's also that. You don't have to directly buy like purchase land in order to be a part of all this.
Okay, got you. So I'll have to check that out as well because I think I would want to align it with the branding that I'm going with for the platform. And I figured I can't say it now because I need to go buy that shit first.
Yes, yes. Don't say the name. Don't say the name.
Well, it's coming out
You-
Monday either way, so by then I guess I'll
yeah.
have to cop that shit before Monday.
Also,
uh,
Money Mill, in terms of like just a less expensive way to go from 0 to 1 is to buy a name, a Decentraland name. So it would be like moneymills.dcl.eth, and that gets you like 100 megs of storage on a server. It's 100 mana, which I think is going for like $7 right now. So that would be certainly cheaper than dropping 600. Not that I'm trying to talk you
Or
out of
60.
buying, yeah, or 60 or whatever. I mean, it's still yeah, it's a lot less expensive. You don't get the benefit that you don't get with a name and land that comes with purchasing a name is that it's a separate world. Think of it as an island. Think of it more like a spatial where everybody is, they can connect by walking through portals. But the beauty of Decentraland that I've always appreciated is its contiguous nature. So, like, I'm in CBD Plaza right now, and I can look over and see my property that's about 10 parcels away, and if there's people that are partying on my parcel, I can see them, and if I start walking closer, then I can hear them. So that's sort of I think a sneaky big ingredient that Decentraland has that helps build community, because when Vanessa was talking earlier about neighbors and not playing their music too loud, she was only partly kidding. um, if you've got a neighbor who's right next to you and they are playing loud music, you got to do some other stuff to turn down their music or whatever. But anyway, I digress. Yeah, the end.
Cool. I just grabbed the iOS app, so I'm gonna go check that out and see if the name is available before I go too far down that rabbit hole.
Yeah, so for the name, to check availability, you would have to go to decentraland.org, and then in there you'll see like a tab top at the top left that says shop, and then the drop down says name, and then there you could like type out the name and see if it's available. But yeah, I mean, definitely something to consider, especially like in this digital world. Like that, like I mentioned earlier, I feel like anyone that's trying to build anything should try to spread out as far as they can, and have like points of contact in different places. Almost like, I see it as the marketing strategy. It's like, you know how like a company needs to have at least three touch points with a consumer in order for the consumer to like just randomly think about the company all of a sudden, like while in their daily lives. And go ahead, Canessa. Sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say kind of the same thing, and I think like the benefit of coming into Decentraland, if you're already on X and you're already like Web3 savvy, is that you're not coming into a Web2 environment trying to first educate people, then encourage people to interact with your product. These are people that are like, we're for better or worse, Web3 is like it's like branded on our souls because of the I don't know, like we've been here long enough to know the good, bad, and ugly. People don't have to convince us that Web3 is a thing or that it's here to stay. Like, we're people that are interacting with NFTs, blockchain, cryptocurrencies on a daily basis, and like I think that is the piece that like crypto Twitter and I don't know, NFT projects, they're not seeing the bigger picture, that when you're tapping into a community, whether it's Decentraland or Pudgy Penguins or Clone X, a lot of us obviously are holders, but you're tapping into a group of people that you don't have to educate on your project and like the underlying tech behind it. And I think that a lot of projects just miss the boat on that. They're trying, yeah, I mean, and everybody's doing it their own way, that's good, but I see a lot of projects like trying to hit the they're trying to get their NFT into the Web 2 audience, and it's like, that's cool, but you have this whole like untapped market right here. So I think yeah, sometimes we're actually like sheep. Like, one person will get I thought sheep, that's bad, but like one person will get a Kid Called Beast avatar, PFP, NFT, and then the next one got it. And before long, like, we all have them. And then, I don't know, like, we've done that for a few different projects, maybe penguins now, but the community, I think, is, uh, can't say enough about it. And just, that's I think, Decentraland's greatest strength. Won't say untapped because I don't want to tap a community, but I think it's cool.
I
Damn it,
think
somebody already
another.
has the name. Blast.
You
I
could
think
try to
I think
put an offer in and buy it. Like it, if it's a, yeah, like you might be able to buy it. I mean, maybe I don't know who's the owner. Maybe I have it.
hmm. Crap. I was gonna say something. Crap. Lost my whole train of thought. Maybe I'll remember it here shortly. It was piggybacking on what you just said, Canessa.
Money Mills,
Oh,
you can
oh.
also look on secondary too. Um, I think that might be what partly what Canessa is suggesting. But like, um, if you go into the marketplace, on the website for Decentraland, under names,
So whose wallet ends in 791C?
I
Which one
mean,
of you is it?
I could probably find out for you. I'd need a little bit more information than that, but yeah, no, you'll be able to figure it out. Like you can come with an alternate spelling. Like I'm odd job. Sometimes I use a 0 for the O. Sometimes I use a 4 for the A. So you can use Leet Speak for the name, or if you've got another username. But yeah, if you look in secondary, in the Decentraland marketplace, there are already some really good names. Like a couple of weeks ago, there was Tool, four-letter name, Tool, and I don't know, it may still be available, but I'm just like, for 300 or 400 mana right now, that's only like $20. That's a really good name, and the fewer numbers or letters, the fewer characters a name is, the more valuable it becomes. There's some people that all they did was buy like every possible combination of a three character number or name, and then like resold them. So
Yeah, it looks like whoever this wallet is has 292 names.
So they're probably somebody that you could put an offer on and buy it from them. That there's
Right,
a
heard. Might
few,
give that a whirl.
yeah, there's a few name whales. You know,
Just like
yeah.
domains.
Yep, exactly.
God, when I went to
Yeah.
register my domain and buy one, then I realized like how much of a competitive landscape that is. Like with some of them, it was like, I'm not paying $10,000 for that. You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah. Here in the Decentraland, names are basically like our domains.
And
And
also, oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna mention to him that you could also build into an ENS if you have like the ENS related to
yeah,
your
if you have
name
a
to
name
the name.
.eth, that also gets you a world. So like I have oddjob.eth, and I can host a Decentraland world with that
Okay.
name.
I think I actually do somewhere. I'll have to find that thing. I've got too many damn wallets.
And Kanessa, I think I was like talking over your mic unmuting.
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah, like you can also get creative with the names. Like I have Fortnite and Roblox and other like super good ones, but instead of like see if I can explain this right, like capital F and then Fortnite. If you do it all capital letters, then you can switch out the O for a 0, and then there's a couple letters you can do that with, like a L, capital L could be a lowercase I. So like I have black pink, but it's like BIACK. But like when you put it together, it looks like the word. So that might be hard for discoverability. But if you're lucky and there's a few in there that might be able to pass as another letter, that's a fun one.
Yeah,
Um,
there's one, but like I feel like brand continuity is kind of
Oh yeah,
critical
yeah.
there.
If you're doing brand, then yeah, that's a tricky one. You could also add like the like DCL on the back of it. So it'd almost be like, you've got like a brand, um, you have like Walmart and then like Walmart.us and Walmart.eu for the European, countries, like Walmart AU for Australia. Like maybe there's some other, play on that. But I would say like throw out an offer on the person. Um,
or
there's
or
yeah,
per, or
yeah.
perhaps maybe like the name. and you add HQ on the back, like it's gonna be its headquarters, like the Decentraland headquarters or something like that.
Heard. Yeah, that gives me some ideas. I'll play around with that, see what's available, and yeah, try to cop something before Monday.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. But but yeah, if you haven't noticed already, we have a lot of fun here.
Hey, man, I'm all about that. It's vibes and vernacular.
Yep. And
I just had to mint a name. I had to mint Dutch Bros. Do
a
you have Dutch Bros in Florida?
Dutch Bros?
Dutch Bros.
No, I don't think so. What is
Oh, see,
that?
it's like a coffee stand. It's way cooler than Starbucks. So this is
Uh,
great. Since I just did a road trip, I can be like, okay, what businesses did I see the most, and which ones did I actually want to stop at? So I had to get Dutch Bros because their coffee is really good.
I see. Okay, Dutch Bros. I just looked it up. Yum. And no, we don't have that. But I
Mm.
can make you jealous and say we have Duck Donuts here. Do you have Duck Donuts?
Yeah,
Oh, I love Duck Donuts.
you
See,
had me
he
at
has Duck
donut.
Donuts. Oh my God, you can't beat those cake donuts. Like, oh, they're so good.
Okay, you have to mint that Duck Donuts. Cause
And I am a sucker for donuts.
so money. This is what we do. We mint the names, and then in hopes that someday we'll sell it to the companies. Like I have Disney, Pixar, and somebody sold McDonald's for like a parcel of land. I don't know, some crazy amount. But some of the big names, have the potential to be of value someday. So
Yeah, it makes sense. Some is exactly like people did with domains back in the
yeah,
day.
yep. Duck Donuts looks good. You're gonna have to send me some.
All right, I'll send you some Duck
I don't know
Donuts.
if it can compete with Voodoo Donuts though. Is Voodoo Donuts just a PNW thing?
Are they cake donuts or do Voodoo Donuts, are they cake donuts?
Voodoo Donuts are, I don't know how to describe them, but they're from Portland, Oregon. So if that describes anything, I don't know. They're pretty good. They have like slices of bacon on them.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Making me
okay. So
hungry.
Yeah, I
I
know. This is
I would
usually
say Duck Donuts is the equivalent of Voodoo Donuts, I
okay.
believe. Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
I would
like
agree.
yeah, they're
Ooh.
they're they're like custom donuts. You could like have like bacon and different stuff on them, yeah. Or
This
you could
is
be
Oreo
basic.
crumble with fudge and like all kind of weird stuff.
hmm. Yeah, this is usually how we know it's time to wrap up the space is when
Just the food
conversation
talk.
moves to food.
Yeah, that's usually our sign that our blood sugar is getting low and uh
No, appreciate all
uh
the insight, guys.
hmm. And I mean, we're excited to have you on the show on Monday. So thank you for like, coming up and chatting it up with us here. It'll definitely like kind of create a little bit of excitement for Monday because
Yeah,
our
absolutely.
friends will want to get to know you a little more
Like,
and
who
see
the
what
fuck
you
is this
do.
guy?
Uh, so yeah, I don't think I have seen any new friends on pop into the space. I guess I'll pose the question if there are any other topics that anyone would like to chat about. Definitely like raise your hand, come on up to the speaker space, and I see AJ's hand. Take it away.
Yeah, I just wanted to mention again. I went on stream with Lastrom on Wednesday. Lastrom has created is working on started creating about a month now, maybe 5 weeks, 6 weeks in the 3JS client for Decentraland. I call it the D3JS because it's Decentraland 3JS client. Anyway, he started work on that. He worked on it himself just in off hours, for like the first month, and then the last couple of weeks, I've been just picking up um, some things that I think need to be changed in the client. The number one goal that he's laid down for the client is parity with the desktop client. And the benefit here, for those of you that don't know, like, oh, what's the big deal? We already have a desktop client, we already have a mobile client, and there's also the Bevy client, which has been around for a hot minute. Um, and that's just, it's the more varieties of service providers you can have. I think it creates a good type of pressure on the market. There's already some things that I've done that are different um, between the desktop client and the 3JS client, things that are just easier to do, maybe in native 3JS. Um, Lastrom wants parity with the desktop client. So like everything you can do in desktop, he wants to be able to do in 3JS. So I was under the hood. I worked on the backpack, basically the base wearables, working on that, and it was just very rudimentary. Now I've got all the wearables to load. So when you put something on in your backpack and you go back into world, it updates immediately for your avatar, and everybody else's view of your avatar updates that. It's like if I put on a different hat, everybody's going to see that hat instead of just my bald head or whatever. So one of the things that I did when I was working on that, I needed to create a color picker for for the eyes and for the skin tone and for the hair. And since I'm colorblind, I'm like, well, can't we just have names for the different types of hair color? Because red and green, I have trouble mixing up. So I named red ginger, um, right? And green is just green. So you can do things like that. Another thing I did was the thumbnail for each of the eyes, that you might put on. That's the same thing that's used as the texture for the eyes on the avatar. So by swirling around the color picker, it not only updates the eye color on the avatar, which is what you want to see. You want to see how it looks in world, but there's a big preview window with the eyes right there, in a thumbnail that are a lot bigger. So it's just easier to tell, the color difference when it's right in front of you. So that updates in real time, whereas you don't have anything like that in the desktop client. And then there's other things that I'm like, oh, hey, wouldn't this be cool? And I'll write that down, or I'll send Lastrom a message, via Discord or whatever. And he's like, yeah, just do it, try it. So I just wanted to put a call out to anybody out there who's at all interested in thinking like, why doesn't the client do, A, B, C, or whatever, X, Y, Z? With all of the tools that are out there, there's really not much standing in your way of not just saying, well, why don't we? And just doing it, right? There's hardly any border between those two things. So if anybody has had the thought about making an improvement or trying something different with a client for Decentraland, this is really accessible. Wanted to encourage people to just pick up an idea that they had, and yeah, run with it. It's been a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed it. I can't recommend it enough.
Yeah, I did see you and Lastrom pop into a chat this week, and I wanted to join so bad, but I was looking in from the outside from my prison. So that makes me happy that that it's making you happy. So hmm, I mean, I haven't had the opportunity to jump into Lastrom's 3JS world just yet, but I think this might be my push to.
Well, it's super easy. You just go to decentraland.social, and then from there you go wherever you would normally go. So instead of decentraland.org, it's decentraland.social. Um, a lot of the things that I coded the last week have been rolled into not just the development um, level, but also just the live version of it. So you should be able to see some of the things, at least that I was talking about. But yeah, it's just open a browser window, decentraland.social, and then go to CBD Plaza.
So if we're building something in current Decentraland through the Creator Hub and whatnot, does that update into his Decentraland?
Yes,
Yes.
yeah. So it's a client, right? Whatever you deploy to Decentraland, it's a client used to view Decentraland. So there may be some components that you've activated that only work in desktop. And if you notice something like, oh well, I triggered this button to open the door and it works in desktop, but it doesn't work in the 3JS client, let us know. So I can go in and try that too, and see if I can fix that bug, right? um, there's all kinds of things that work, but there's even more kinds of things that don't work yet. So I will say that yeah, your scene will load, it'll be there. um, it will have a lot of it will have parity, but there may be some things that don't quite work yet, because the desktop client has been around for over a year and a half, and this one that Lastrom is working on and I'm helping out with has been around for 6 weeks. So yeah.
And you said Decentraland Social is how you get there, because I wish he had something on his X profile or something somewhere. If he does, I couldn't find it because I did go looking for this a while ago. I wanted to go check it out.
Decentraland.social. Go in there right now. Um, it'll call up. It's the same site that he was using for just the 2-dimensional version of it, and that still works. All those options are still available. But I type in decentraland.social. There's an update of like what's new. You can click on that. It'll go away after a while. But then it's got all the places that are live right now, like CBD Plaza. So I can click on visit and go there. So I'm going there with a different account. So I'll show up and you guys should be able to see me. But like some of the cool things you can do in the 3JS client that you can't do in Decentraland, I can load in any VRM file that I want and walk around. Now, I will appear to everybody else in the desktop client as just a generic avatar, but anybody who's in the 3JS client, they'll see like my Vipe. Like I don't have to do a linked wearable for a Vipe. I don't have to import it. All I have to do is just load up my Vipe VRM, or any one of the other ones that you can get freely available on the web.
I like the water. I think what I've seen of the water has me.
Yeah. Oh, here's another thing that I just found out about on Wednesday. That and he's going to incorporate this, in the UI. But like, if you go to a scene and you want to change the environment, you just by just typing something in the URL, you can change it from the default world to a water world, so it's completely water, um, to a forest, or to a desert. I think he's going to create some other environments and biomes. So that's a nifty little thing that you can do that the desktop can't do. He also showed the terrain editor, and that updates in real time and it spits out a GLB. So instead of creating terrain in Blender and then importing it into Creator Hub and then previewing it and then deploying it, you just use the 3GS, use the tools there. So Isle made the terrain, I think, for flag tag. The most recent version of flag tag was created with this terrain editor.
I don't know if you can answer this. It sounds like you're working with him. I could always message him too, but since it's the conversation, so I mess around with that terrain editor. Um, it would be nice to know how many triangles or where you're at with that while you're creating it. But then it also says, so you have to take your scene folder out of where it's located because it can't access it directly when it saves it. But it says something about you have to uncheck something. I wish I could remember specifically what it says about the terrain in the Creator Hub somewhere, but I can't. I have not found that exact thing anywhere. And I've actually seen the parcel in the Creator Hub, but I've never deployed it because it's always got too many triangles. And I know you can go more, but I mean it was a lot.
Yeah, to be perfectly honest, I haven't used the terrain editor, so I don't know specifically the the checkbox or whatever it is that you're referring to. I would certainly encourage you to reach out to Lastrom directly and ask him. But you know, there's uh, that's also some more work that would need to be done. Like anything that's a new and different feature um, for a different client, it would be helpful to have it, you know, be documented. I mean, Canessa knows, lots of you guys know how beneficial something is if it's got better documentation. Um, but yeah, I'm sure it's there. You know, it's easy if you know where it is, but if you don't, then yeah, I'm sorry, I can't help you with that.
No problem. I like I said, since we're talking about it, I thought I'd mention it. I'll ask him. But if anybody goes to play with it, just so they also know, you don't see what it looks like unless there's a way to do it, which I haven't figured out using the tool. You don't see what it looks like until you get it into the Creators Hub. Oh, there he is. Awesome. Maybe Lastrom will come up while we're talking about that. But I guess I also want, well, if he's going to or not, I don't know. But if I wanted to mention something I've been working on. I don't know if anybody's in here has done it, but I've got something called Commune with the Gods, the Metaverse Gods, which I have bigger plans for. Shout out to DCL Roots, who's really played around with it, and helped me make some tweaks. Some people may have gone by there and not really understood what it was about. It's basically, for right now, it's go chat with whoever's behind at the terminal and see what happens, because they can do some things. One simple example is you can specifically ask for him to make it rain, or them, but there's other things that may occur if certain criteria are met. They can also should be also be able to transport you anywhere you wish based on the coordinates you give them. However, there is a cooldown between each time they can actually do something, like 45 seconds or something. So if you do it too quick, it might not work and you might think it's broke. But the one currently there is a storyteller. My biggest question is about the quality of the stories that people think he might be doing. If they do, stop by and play around with it. Again, like the chutes and ladders or slides and elevators game, I have tried to include some Decentraland lore or personalize it to certain people with things that I know about in there as well. So. And any feedback is appreciated on it to help
Hey,
get better.
Metabeast, can you hear me? Thanks for having me up.
You bet. Yeah.
Hey, so yeah, the terrain editor, I'll get to it in 1 second, but I wanted to just piggyback off of what AJ was talking about. I am striving for parity, but I am saying parity plus. So Odd Job's like, hey, this doesn't work. Let's fix it. Or he's like, this would be cool. Let's do it. So I would encourage and piggyback off what he said. Like, if you see something that works, great, and you're like, I wish it did this, then just dive into the repository and work on it, right? Or if you say, man, that doesn't really work, you have the ability to tap in and fix it immediately. And then we can merge it. And I just try to merge it very quickly. We have Decentraland.social, and then we have dev.decentraland.social. So that's kind of our last little staging for testing before we roll it in. So as much as I wanted to do everything the DCL client does, man, there's so much to do, like the custom avatars, the terrain editor. There's a lot of different things that I'm working with, the biomes or shaders. Shaders are like programs to um, you know, mutate vertexes, right? So you could have like wind and little grass sort of blowing in the wind, and that's what I'm working on now. So as much as I want parity because I want it all to work, it's like, man, if you see something that you wish it had, please get in there and do it. I think with all the AI and Oddjob, please let us know how your experience has been with like the way I set up the repository. Anybody could direct their AI system to it, and it should be very easy to know what's been done, what's not been done, what is still broken. You can suggest things that are broken, even if you don't want to program. So MetaBeast or somebody could go in there, even in the client. There's a little button on the left where all the little icons are. It looks like a little development button. You click on it, and you could say suggest, and you could just say, "Hey, this is broke," right? And then it lets us know. Or you could see everything that's been done. So very cool that we are like very close to the code. Anybody with AI could be super close and navigate the code. You could run it locally and never like push your code and just have your own client if you wanted to with whatever you wanted to do, which is really cool. Getting to the terrain, MetaBeast, yeah. So in the browser, for security reasons, you can't access certain folders on your computer. One of the folders you can't access is the desktop. So it's a little nuisance, but putting your DCL scenes in a folder on your desktop and then have your creator hub point to that folder, and then the browser can you can link it to that folder as well, and then the browser could have access to it. Does that make sense?
That part I got. Well, I mean, I did it totally different. I just took the whole scene file and moved it, and
Yeah,
then
perfect.
did my thing, and saved it, and then moved it back. But it says on the tool somewhere that you're supposed to uncheck or do uncheck something in the creator hub to
Oh,
do
you know
with the
what? That might be
terrain.
for so the creator hub in the I think allows you like to have the default terrain file, like the red if you wanted it. So I think in the creator hub you can uncheck that. So you
I
kind of get
couldn't
like
I couldn't
blank.
find anything that it specifically
Okay,
says.
interesting. I'll have to find that because it's in the documentation of DCL. So maybe disregard that. But if you have the Creator Hub open to that scene, and when you're in the terrain editor in the browser, when you click the little save icon, it actually tells you how many triangles and how big the file is in a little pop up. You might miss it because it's not so in your face. And again, if you think it should be better, then just go in there and like tell AI to make it better, and then I'll see it, and it's like, oh, that was a great idea. We'll make it happen. So, like, if that's what's so cool about it is like Oddjob's like, yeah, well, that was like cool, but it could be better. Um, the terrain editor though, when you save it in the Creator Hub, there's a little refresh icon, sort of center middle top of the Creator Hub. Looks like a little refresh button. If you click that, it refreshes all of the scene code, and your GLB will be there immediately. If you even have the previewer open of your scene, right? So you're in the Creator Hub, you click preview, and you run around your scene, and you save a new terrain, that technically creates a new GLB, which is technically a file change, which DCL technically says refresh the scene, and your preview actually refreshes automatically.
Yep, that I've all seen. That's all pretty cool.
Awesome. And we made some changes. And again, I think Oddjob mentioned I'm doing biomes, but like, man, I've if anyone has any other biomes, I just updated the space biome. If that one sucks, or we think we can make it even cooler, or there's space, desert, land, water, forest. If there's one that we miss, the cool thing is you can just make it and we'll integrate it. So I just want to jump on and say like this is the closest we have to making a client that we want to make that we like to use. And by close, I mean it's just me. There's no team, there's no one paying us. I did this to show that it doesn't take 3 years to build a client and that anybody else can help contribute like Oddjob has. So it's been a lot of fun for me.
It's way cool. The terraforming thing has always been one of the coolest things ever since that one place did it. So that's awesome.
Yeah, I think with someone else up here mentioning like buying a land, again, not trying to move people away from buying land, but one parcel could be $100, one name could be $7. One parcel is 15 megabytes, one name is 100 megabytes. One parcel is one parcel, one world is 90, could be 90,000 parcels. And now with the terrain editor, where I kind of want to go with it is maybe we like use an AI front end and like you kind of it does the whole 90,000 parcels if you wanted to. Instead of you manually terraforming it, maybe it gives you more of the actual terraform based on like a random seed. So it's kind of what I've been working on, but it works great for worlds.
Awesome. I can't wait to try it again. Okay, since we have you, can I ask you another question?
Yeah, of
What
course.
what happened or is happening to Angzar? It looks like a war torn zone.
Oh, I think I saw you in CBD mention this, and it got my creative juices flowing again. I'm, you know, SDK 6 to 7, old client to new client, browser going away, really killed that project. Just was terrible, terrible timing. However, where I'm at now is like, do I make it in DCL or do I make it in 3JS with DCL parts? So that's what I'm toying with because the beauty of DCL is like you don't need to be in the DCL client. As we've seen with this new 3JS client, you can do things outside of it. You can connect to the chat information highway, you can connect to the voice chat information highway, you can connect to the wearable information highway, you can connect to all of that, all of these different information highways without being in the DCL client. So I'm trying to think of, well, if that's the case, maybe I recreated in 3JS where I could like have different lighting and different upgrades, I guess, for it being native 3JS, but still have it with your DCL avatar, still have it connected to Web3, etc. So that's where it's at.
Thank you. Yeah, Zesty and I or I mentioned something in Zesty, and I talked about it a little bit. So
That and the Angzar Plaza, was awesome, and it's still open. I've revamped it a bit, but was gonna have more shopping in there. So if you go there, I was using AI, and there's all kinds of different scenes now. It's revamped. The whole thing is sort of like roads and stores and stuff. And was going to make it more of like a shopping entertainment district where you could rent an actual store like we had before the new client came out, before all that stuff. So yeah, I'm in between. So I would love your thoughts. Should I just put it back in the plaza because they only get 300 megabytes, or extrapolate it into its own like DCL world or 3JS? So that's where I'm at with it.
thank you, and Money, you have your hand up.
Yeah, I was just curious as you kind of have people come in and collaborate. Do you have any standards that you like for pull requests and documentation around, when people are going in to commit?
Yeah, actually, it's lightweight. There's a document in the repo, and again, like if your brain's like, what is these guys talking about? PR, pull request, whatever. Just talk to AI. Like, just talk to AI, and AI will understand it, and just be like, hey, AI, understand this repository, understand how we're supposed to make changes, and then here are my changes I want to make. let me know if this works, or something like that. And it'll tell you, it'll be like, oh yeah, okay, I've read this document. It says I'm going to follow these rules. And you can kind of take your mind off of like the technical part and let AI handle it. But yes, the standards are very lightweight. I mean, I just want to build fast and break things, is, just get it done. Just do it, right? AI, we can just do
I
it.
dig that. I'm right there with you too. No, so
Cool.
I haven't really had much experience in any of the, you know, metaverses, if you will, but I've been in software engineering for a better part of 25 years, and run the app stack for a clinical research software company. So like, I'm happy to jump in. I run our whole user acceptance testing and smoke testing processes. So if there's ways I can help support you in iterating through that a little bit faster, while I've got a bunch of side projects, I definitely look forward to linking up with you and trying to see where I could support.
Well, that would be amazing. If you go to decentraland.social, the one nice thing is,
I'm in your repo right now looking at it.
oh, there you go. Perfect. If you want to help clean it up, my God, help us clean it up. Like main is the main release. Dev latest is the dev like QA branch, and then just all kinds of other feat branches and my last one branch. So everything gets rolled and PR'd, like moved into dev, and then we test in the remote at dev.decentraland.social. And then if we feel good about it, we being me, then
Push it out to prod.
yeah, push it on a prod. So if you want to improve that, my God, again, like it's kind of an open book, which is so cool because anybody could do anything with it. There's no review process right now. We're not getting paid by this, so there isn't like some company that says we have to have these standards. As much as like I want it to be good and working, AI, I always have it review the pull request. So like for like malfeasance or malicious stuff, it's going to catch that. So good luck trying to get that through. But beyond that, like let's just build.
Oh yeah, I'm with it, brother. Yeah, I'm gonna fork it and throw it into my desktop, and I'll just kind of have at it, get to understand how it's all structured, architected, topology, what that all looks like, and get familiar, and then just kind of look at use cases, ideas, and iterate through that.
Yeah, amazing. That would be super helpful. Like I said, no one's telling us what to do or what not to do. So do whatever you want to do.
Do it all, man. Let's just try shit out, have fun doing it. Do you have shit? I forgot the hell I was gonna say now. No backlog. Do you have like a roadmap backlog? Any type of features that you
Yeah,
kind of?
there is. So
Okay, sweet.
as we talked with like Decentraland, they if you're a software engineer, like object oriented versus data oriented and entity component systems, not getting too technical, but DCL operates on entity component systems. And so I think there's like 40 different components right now, basically like mappings, right? And there's a document called progress MD file, I think, and it has all of our parity with each one of those, and then all of the additional things we've created.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, and I've been in software engineering for like 25 years.
Yeah. So, like, would this be the most optimal way to do it? I don't know. I don't think so. But this is the most parity way to do it with how the SDK is set up and how the current client works. So we're just trying to be better in the browser with it, and then add in a bunch of polish and additional features.
Yeah, mate, that's shit pretty.
So happy to have anybody poke around and mess around. And again, anybody that doesn't know how to program but like wants a feature, just try it. It's so easy. It's so fun to have AI help you with it, and you could run it locally. You literally run like npm run start on your computer, and you have the browser client loaded up with all of the features, right?
Was it
And
Next.js?
it's Next.js, and again, there's some shims in there, like some worker threads, not to get too technical, but like to help offset some of the loading and processing, um, to keep it matched with how DCL does stuff. But like if you want to change the color of the sidebar, I was thinking maybe we allow people to do that. Maybe you want the chat box on the right, not on the left. Maybe you want the map on the right, not the left. I don't know. Anybody can do whatever they want.
Cool, and you can get super fucking technical with me. I speak that language, and hit you with the follow. Definitely look forward to chopping it up with you.
Yeah, appreciate it for sure. We can chat offline. I just didn't want to melt too many minds on here.
I feel you, brother. We'll start talking WSDLs and API calls and shit that people are just eyes are glazing over.
Yeah. So if anybody else, wants to chat, I'm about to go do some errands, but happy to ping me on X or on Discord. And again, like, you don't need me to do anything with this, right? I'm just the only one pushing it to decentraland.social. So please have at it, make some cool shit, try some cool stuff out, and would love to have it, in the version.
Thank you, Lastrom. Thank you for coming up and sharing a little more. And I'm happy you got to meet Money Miller. And in all honesty, I think your question from earlier, Money, about the API calls, I think it would be a good one to ask Lastrom. I think out of most of us, he would have the deepest understanding.
Cool. Yeah. So last room when I was in here earlier, so being kind of new to Metaverse, Decentraland, I've been at Spatial like one time. Other than that, I've never been in any of the metaverses. But I know software extremely well. So I was curious, like from like a building perspective, what type of like third-party services can you connect to via API? Is it pretty much open API, and you're basically unlimited, and it's just time and money and being able to configure it? I'm just kind of curious around like where you see the potential and what type of use cases might be possible.
Good question. I would say it's in the middle somewhere because Decentraland sort of runs in a sandboxed environment in terms of there's no file access, right? So if you want to have an API call to pull stuff down and save things to your machine that you can use later, you can't do, right? So it's kind
Well,
of
I
really
can have it sync up with my Postgres SQL database, right?
totally 100% easy. Supabase, Postgres, whatever. I mean, run third-party servers on Droplets, on DigitalOcean, anywhere. You could connect to any like web API, web socket that you can. It's just, what you can do with that information becomes limited in terms of like local storage. So it's all like runtime stuff.
Okay, and then sitting my so I'm using AWS for infra, so I have like S3 bucket. I also have an R2 with Cloudflare. I've got Arweave set up, so I've got a bunch of different infra because I'm trying to build redundancies in certain things. So yeah, that's great to
Sure.
know. Basically, you can just connect to those third-party services and do what you need to do from there.
DCL runs on S3 buckets, so you're good there.
Love it, perfect. That's the easy peasy connection. Then they got like Elasticache, Kubernetes, S3. Yes, fucking AWS is expensive though.
Yeah. So yeah. But with the Three.js client, it's all in the browser, right? So utilizing all of their decentralized services already and tapping into their APIs. They're on their documentation page. If you do /API at the top in the URL, you get to all of their APIs, and a lot of them you need to be signed in through a wallet, etc. But they have some amazing APIs, and it's kind of where I went with it. Is the first version of the 2D version of Decentraland, like a website where connect to all the social services, as I mentioned, like chat, video, audio, wearables, your friend list on the go, so that you didn't have to always spin up like such a battery intensive, GPU intensive like executable if you just wanted to chat with people. So definitely recommend looking that API source up.
Sweet, appreciate it, brother.
Of course, and we can connect, like I said, elsewhere too. But I appreciate Oddjob coming up here and talking about the Three.js client. I just have fun with it. I hope other people want to get involved and like do whatever you want with it because, like everyone on this call has been around for a long time, and as much as we ask for things and want things to happen, it's like you personally can't actually make the change. And now with AI in this new repository in the browser, you can make the change. Like, and Oddjob's like, hey, last year this didn't work. I'm like, oh shit, you're right. Thanks for figuring that out. Right. So there's a ton of things. Even Meta Reuk was in the DCL server asking about things, and I found some bugs and fixed them. And now like the zombie game works, the Dead Surge works, right? So there's a lot of things out that do work. Like Oddjob said, a lot of things that don't. So let's just make it better. I'm kind of encouraging everybody to come and help out. And if you think something could be better, let's do it. So I appreciate the time. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you for the time and effort, brother. I can tell you put a lot of consideration, thought, and effort into it.
Thank you, Lastrom. And let's see, Canessa, we're gonna hit our 3 hour mark in about 7 minutes. What do you think? Should we wind down or
I
continue
think
the
look,
conversation?
look who's in the crowd with us. Hi, specimen.
Oh, what up, 13?
Good to see you. I was just thinking about you this morning. We were talking. I don't know what we were talking about, but good to see you, 13. And also, I see Gold Boss. Somebody in Decentraland has found us on X. Good to see you, Gold Boss.
Lots of friends, lots of new friends coming in. I've noticed quite a few people coming in, and like between yesterday, Metabeast throwing party today. I think Gold Boss said something interesting the earlier. I believe they mentioned that they are newer to Decentraland, and he mentioned it said something along the lines like, I became a dev in like about an hour. That, like, this is great. This is gonna bring people, like funnel people in here.
Just remember, you can become an undev in like 30 seconds if you type your code into the wrong part of your scene. So be careful. Be careful. And Gold Boss, I don't know if your name is really like you're into gold, but I just shared a post. I shared a picture of the gold that I dug by hand last week, and then the gold that the person right next to me dug. And it's just a good reminder that, don't be afraid of the tech. Tech can make things really good, or just be strong and use your muscles and cry when you see what other people have gotten. So
Hmm.
yeah.
Okay, I found the comment. He was saying, I became a builder in 1 week without knowing how to code. I think a tsunami of guys like me is coming. Well, Gold Bus, really hope they are on their way. If they need like a postcard or anything, let me know where to send it. But yeah, Canessa, I don't think you answered my question earlier. If you wanted to close down or keep going.
I think it's a good time. I think, yeah, sounds good. We've been talking for a while. Sebga is asking a question in World. The jumps, when everybody jumps into the sky, that is just a feature, not a bug, of the wind tunnel um, piece in the Creator Hub. So if you put the wind tunnel in on your scene, if you go jump in it, it makes you go up, but it makes everybody else go up too. And then if you keep jumping back and forth, and like Sinful was gliding, then it just keeps bouncing him up into space. So Foundation knows about it. I was talking about it with them this week, and I don't. It doesn't seem like there's any plans to change that. So yeah, I was
Definitely
hoping.
a feature.
Yeah, yeah, long term feature. I guess we've entered a long term relationship with the wind tunnel. So there's 4 places on my scene where there's a wind tunnel, like up on the top of buildings. So if you find it and you jump on it, then you can just bounce everyone. So yay.
Yay. Alrighty, I guess good time to start winding it down. I'll go around the room here for any final thoughts, if anyone has any. Let's start with MetaBeast. Final thoughts, comments, concerns.
Nah, just play around, build something cool, push the limits, especially.
Nicely said, my friend. I'll pass it over to Money Miller. Any final
With
thoughts?
enough time and money, anything is possible. No, I appreciate y'all hosting and co-hosting, and yeah, man, really looking forward to chopping it up with you on Monday.
Yep, Monday will be fun. Monday will be fun. Looking forward to it. Thank you, Money Miller. Righty, Canessa, final thoughts, comments, and or concerns.
Nope. I appreciate you guys. Um, Log off. Touch grass. Touch dirt. Touch salt water. Whatever. Summer's fleeting. Life is fleeting. We should not be spending it behind a computer. Some of it, yes, but not all of it. So go enjoy this summer, you guys. We'll be here when you get back.
Now, me on the other hand, when my summers are scorching hot, stay inside, avoid sunlight. The sun will be out in winter whenever things cool off to a nice crisp 80 degrees in winter.
Yeah, yeah, we're penguins from the different side of the world. So, yeah. Oh, and go Argentina. What the heck? We haven't even talked about the World Cup. Go Argentina.
Go Argentina!
I think
Yes,
we
yes.
have to root for Argentina, don't we? Like as decentralites, I think we'll be
Yeah,
banned from the platform if we're like España. Like no.
yeah, yeah. Or they'll just like turn off the central land.
I
Uh,
think they will anyway. Like when that match is happening, like there's gonna be zero support, help, nothing. It's gonna be like my mom was like, "Wow, I didn't know how much Argentina really liked their soccer." I was like, "Yeah."
mm, you kidding me? They're like the most supportive over it. But yes, looking forward to seeing Messi win his second world title. Um, what is it? I believe it starts tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern, so at noon at your time, Canessa. I've thought about like potentially ripping it and streaming it for our friends on Decentraland. Uh, but unless like someone else is already doing that, then I'll just step aside. But yes, thank you, Canessa. We've all definitely missed you these last couple of weeks. Definitely was telling everyone just like wait till Canessa gets back. Like the CBD spaces will be back to being interesting. This is just all temporary. Don't worry. Don't unsubscribe because Mew is just here.
Oh, I doubt
But
that. I think you're the constant. You're the anchor, the rock. I'm just the one that's flitting around the desert looking for gold. No, I appreciate
uh,
you holding it down.
Yeah, yeah. I had Toxic come through. I had M join me. Like the girls really backed me up here while you were gone. So
Oh, that's the
alrighty.
best.
hmm So I guess my final thoughts will just be like, catch Beyond the NFT this coming Monday, July 20th. We have Money Miller coming through as our special guest. Um, let's see, and I think that's like basically all I got. Of course, Meta Beast roaming party, next Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. Canessa, are you hosting Absolute Basics of Building in Decentraland on Tuesday?
Yes, yes, I am planning to. I'm not sure what we'll build, but I will do my best to get back on the normal the normal routine.
Alrighty, and with that said, we should also be expecting a solid 4 hours of Canessa on the DCL YouTube on Wednesday.
I think so. Ready up, ready up. We'll see where we're heading. But
Ready
yeah,
up Wednesday. Okay. Oh, okay. I don't know if you've checked it out, Canessa. There's a game called Sky Chasers. Like
I
Sky
have
Chasers.
not. No, I
Oh,
haven't checked.
go
Okay,
check that shit out. It's like I think it's one of my favorite games.
nice, cool.
Mhm, mhm. But all right, I guess that is our that wraps up our space for today. I will let me throw on the events page here and see what is coming up. Looks like in 53 minutes or 57 minutes, space trivia with the Gigalons is going live. Miguel Amargo is hosting an event. Then at 5 p.m. Eastern, um, Rishi Girl goes lives with World Explorer with Rishi Girl. At looks like at the same time there is an event by Meta Beast today. Slides and elevators, 5 p.m. Eastern. Then at 6 p.m. Eastern, there is ABC Decentraland Tours, and we can definitely catch Billy T Coin, Odd Job, and Toxic Waifu hosting that. 8 p.m. Eastern today, there's Classic Royale with hosted by Sebka. 9 p.m. Eastern, we have DJ Los Cat at Pink Oasis. And at 10 p.m. Eastern, we have Metaverse After Hours going live. Wow, we have we have a decent amount of events like over the like today. This is awesome. There is I don't know how to say his name. So Kathon Ho Joe, whatever. Magic Bunny card reading at 4 a.m. Eastern. So I think that's something you can catch, Canessa.
Okay, sounds good. I'll try to unpack my car and get in there.
And then tomorrow, Sunday, at 9:30 a.m. Eastern, there is Sunday Rumble at Knights of Antrim, an event hosted by Matt. Yep, yep. Okay, let's see. Tomorrow, let's see if there's anything else. Oh, Mo Beats. Looks like Mo Beats is tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern. Oh, Stony, don't you know the World Cup? I'm gonna have to listen to Beats and watch Messi win tomorrow at the same time. But yeah, I guess yeah, Mo Beats tomorrow, and then I will be streaming on the DCL YouTube at 8 p.m. Eastern till 10. And then on Monday, there's MoFi Mondays, Career Mondays. What is this? Pure Pixel Creative Showcase. Okay, there's that, and then there's cartoon nights at Shiri's. we got. I think the Central End is in a good place with events. Tuesday, of course, there's Toxic Tuesday and coins, crypto, and conspiracies with Alan Howick. All right, enough of my rambling. I'm gonna close the space. I'm gonna allow time for Canessa to run to the fridge and get some substance, because God knows I need some too. All right, have a great day, everyone. Love you all. We'll see you back here next week, and we'll see you at Beyond the NFT on Monday. Bye.